What up? What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
Coach
yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop until
You are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy can be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
With the gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB show.
What up? What up? What up? It is Free Game Friday. We are fired up, and it is Fearless right here on the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. We got a loaded lineup. Big Mac McChesney joins us. We're going to talk about Deion's latest loss of transfers, and he'll mention we coming and we are going. That is what's for sure. We're going to dive into that. Big Jeff Nadu joins us. We're going to talk all NBA playoff betting scenarios right here on winnable.com. So pound the like, subscribe, become a member today if you're not one, and become a member of our Discord that's attached to our Winnable, and you can get all the cappers, every pick, every play, every day. We will have a big weekend on winnable.com/slap-picks. So join us. I'll be making a video later on, and we'll be posting it from every sport. Cappers from every sport, plus hockey playoffs are about to round the corner. Baseball's in full swing. NBA playoffs will finally be here after tonight's Kings, Pelicans, Bulls, Heat matchups. And then we will finally have what we used to have, and it'll be 1 through 8. We have a loaded show today. Pound that like, subscribe, and let's get some new members. Shout out to Trent already and becoming a new member in the chat. Best show on Planet ERF. We got a loaded lineup. Let's get it going. I want to dive into something right out the gate, though. Title IX was put in play in the NCAA level years ago. It was to bring some sort of equality, but really it was a dollar-for-dollar matchmaking ploy that many don't realize. You guys really probably just think Title IX and you think, oh, female equality, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. For every female sport dollar and for every male sport dollar that is spent, you have to match it. So, for instance, if you spend, $1 million in men's basketball, you have to match that on the women's side. Unless, of course, you cut that sport. So, football is cash cow king, basketball is second, and then you start talking about matching dollars on the female side of things after those two major sports go into play. New federal regulations, though, this morning. Released this morning will prevent colleges and coaches from suspending athletes accused of sexual misconduct while school officials investigate complaints against them. This is a double-edged sword, people, because as a coach and a former coach who has dealt with this on many, many occasions, and as a player having had to see this with my teammates on many, many occasions, I usually knew if this kid in question was a shitbird, or if he was up to no good, or in a place he wasn't supposed to be in, like a dorm room that was against my rules and regulations put forth by me to the team. If the kid violated those rules and regulations that I've set forth, he was worthy of being suspended until the accusations were investigated. Now we will not be able to enforce these rules, and coaches will once again lose a little more power in this player empowerment era. Remember, cash collectives who pay players now want players on the field. They want them on the court, respectively. So do you think they will allow for a suspension going forward? What happens to the girl who makes the false allegations towards the boys? She has always been able to play and never missed a minute. Just think about this. This will now just be equal playing field in that regard, but it doesn't mean it's right either. We're going to dive into that more later. Let's get to the show. NBA play-ins here tonight. It concludes Miami versus the Bulls, Kings versus the Pelicans, both teams missing key players. No Jimmy Butler, no Zion Williamson, and we're going to see who wins those two to get into the actual playoffs. Dion responds to losing transfers, and we'll dive into that with Big Matt McChesney here this morning. Michigan, once again, gets hit by NCAA violations. Michigan must owe someone something fierce at the NCAA level. Kermani issues statement not mentioning Deion Sanders' name at all in it. And the NBA scouts say USC held Bronny back. A.J. Brown to New England? NBC says Patriots reached out to the Eagles about A.J. Brown after he follows Kobe Brissett and changed his profile picture to Tom Brady. Ironic or not? Coincidence or not? We're going to dive into A.J. Brown, who I've had strong thoughts about on this show. Kyrie Irving says he grew tired of being a locker room cancer and a shitbird. And Micah Parsons taking punches from a pro boxer. Real fucking smart. Maybe the Cowboys are thrilled. He'll do another podcast today about it. But before we begin, my wonderful co-host, Ball State legend, Naptown finest, 317 Far East Side great, AR5 defending, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, and new Caitlin Clark jocking, our very own, Fox Sports' very own, Big Smitty. Why you wearing red?
You know why? By association. That's all I'm gonna say. By association. Why you wearing red?
My favorite color.
Mine's too.
My eyes pop out. Makes my blue eyes pop. I mean, my blue eyes pop out. I got green eyes, really though.
Okay.
On my license, I put green eyes. I can't put blue eyes.
See, the red looks good on my brown skin. You know what I mean? The really
red doesn't look good on brown.
It on my brown it does.
No, red don't even go with brown. It's an oxymoron. It's actually a counterproductive color towards that color.
All I'm saying is it
like a light baby blue popping. See, that's why brothers and sisters. That's why y'all wear loud color. Y'all, guarantee you today you wear some sort of like a orange or a neon, and you think it's cool. It'll pop.
Nah,
That's
what
no
neon.
Brown.
I'm more of a fall type color guy. I wear a lot of tans and browns and maroons. That's more my vibe. But I'm saying red looks good on my skin. I'm just telling you what looks good on me, bro.
I'm telling you right now. I'm watching it.
I mean, your word in terms of how I look doesn't really mean shit to me, but I'm just going off the word of years and years of compliments. So
hey, is that so? All those people that lied to you for all these years, and then I tell you the truth today. Do you think like I'm a hater, or I'm just finally telling you the truth, and then you have to go home tonight and really be like, "Damn, I've been lied to this whole time. Red really don't look good on me."
I think that you think you're telling them the truth. Like your heart is in the right place. You're just wrong.
Would I be an asshole for telling you what the truth, and then later on you'd be like, "Damn, JB was really just right. I wish someone told me 3 years ago. I might have got me a little more bully." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to help you out. But
now, as men, you wouldn't be an asshole. Like, tell me straight up. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, hey, that shit did not look right at all. Like, we men. Now, I wouldn't suggest you to say that to a woman, at least not in the exact same way.
That's the problem. I would say that.
No, I mean you can say it, but say it in a different way. Like, you know what, baby, that looks good on you, but I think this looks even better on you.
The butt is like the backhanded compliment. You don't say butt. See, when you say butt,
you ain't got game, bro.
When you say butt, homie. When you say butt, the girl's gonna hold that shit against you forever. Ask all the women in this room, because the butt already triggered her. That's a trigger word. The butt. I rather just say straight out, girl, you better not wear that shit out.
That's crazy. You don't have any game, JB. I'm gonna be real with you.
You don't need game.
I don't know how you don't get no women.
Funny?
I don't know how you get women, JB.
You know what's funny?
What?
That dick bigger than yours. This is why. I got a contrary to belief that goes right with it. Can I go straight to contrary to belief?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we do contrary to belief first today?
Yep.
We're gonna break the order and to make for a better show anyway.
Let's change stuff up. I'm tired of doing the same ways. Like, let's change everything up opposite.
Contrary to belief brought to you by Prize Picks. Someone who truly loves you sees what a mess you can be, how moody you can get, and how hard you can be to handle, but still wants you. Contrary to belief. Someone who truly loves you sees the mess you are, how moody you can get, how hard you can be to handle, but still wants you is the true fuck. See, I don't need game to do that. That's truth.
I hear you.
Truth.
I hear you.
Let's start with the quote of the day.
It must be payday right here, man. Shout out to Tyler Riddle, man. Looking out.
Is it Riddle or Riddell?
I'm gonna call him Riddle. It's probably Riddell, but I'm gonna call him Riddle.
Why are you gonna do that to the guy that just paid us? Why don't you find out and see what his real name is? Then see again. You just you just contradicted your whole self on what I told you.
His name's gonna be Riddle.
Not looking good. Your red shirt not looking good. I'm the asshole. But then you said I'm gonna call the guy that paid us whatever. Well, that's contradicting.
His nickname's gonna be Riddle on this show.
He can't be Riddle on this show.
That's what it's gonna be now. I just make that happen. I'm your co-host. I have power in this motherfucker. His nickname's gonna be Riddle now.
Be quiet. Listen to this.
Still got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
This is the definition of white people shit right here. Listen one more time, chat.
A couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
That motherfucker paused though. Hold on. Show it again. Did you see him
and smelled it?
Still got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
He paused. Like he wanted y'all to know what just happened. Like he didn't try to sneak it. He didn't like.
That motherfucker shitted though. Right? Yeah. Quiet as kept. That was just way too loose and wet, homie.
That was a shark right there. He a nasty motherfucker, bro.
But that motherfucker excuse me, I want to get the best player in the draft.
Motherfucker sound like a child, like a baby or something. Like you know, a kid don't know no better. They just fart. They just do shit.
That shit came from deep though. Because the mic's up here.
Right. That motherfucker came from his chest.
Couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final.
He been holding that shit for a minute. He said, I don't care where we at. Y'all gonna have to smell this. That's wild, bro. Like he didn't burp, he didn't cough, he fart. Excuse me. Don't do that shit, bro. That's disgusting. We handling business, talking about real life shit. You got a room full of media and you just gonna fart. Excuse me. Come on, bro. That's nasty. The Jazz.
That guy actually, though. Smitty, you gotta respect it, though.
I bet D Jones probably loves it, huh? Jaguars.
Alpha male shit.
Man, I'm sorry. Some shit just nasty though. Man, ain't anybody no alpha male.
Let's get to quote of the day, brought to you by Bet Online. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's Bet Online. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up to minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace. Latrell said he ain't holding a fart for nobody. I said, you just little stink booty boy.
Yeah,
Latrell just walk around meetings and shit, just farting and shit, pooting.
Got his hands in his shorts during the film, got his fucking legs stretched out, stinky ass feet during film session farting. I see what type of dude you was, Trail. Golly.
That motherfucker just be farting. He the one that's like in a meeting room, like farting in the players, his little running back room, laugh and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
damn,
weird asshole shit.
I'm about to roast your ass, Latrell.
Hey.
Go take a shower, boy. Trash can booty ass.
Oh, man. I just drank a bunch of fucking chocolate milk and shit. Get right to the meeting.
Rice and bean booty ass.
Hey, quote of the day brought to you by BetOnline. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
Damn. Okay, that's a bar. I had to think about it for a minute.
Hey, what's going on in Dubai? You heard Dubai just underwater and shit?
They just fucking swimming. I don't know.
So Dubai don't ever get water, middle of the desert, out there, with the Hamases. And it's crazy that all of a sudden it's come out, it's fact that we actually manipulated the weather. So now it's the cat's out the bag. Like, it's fact. We got some shit called cloud seeding. I mean, it's been out.
Yeah.
There's certain states in our country that has banned cloud seeding. Montana, Tennessee, few states have actually banned cloud seeding. And there's all kind of dog. I'm here. I've just been reading up on this shit. Like, there's a reason why, like, California's only got rain during the weekends. Like, what the fuck? We only get rain on Saturday and Sunday in this motherfucker. You know why? They don't want to affect the work week. They don't want to affect their dollars. So we only get rain on the weekend for what? Cool temperatures? I don't know. It's never been this cool in April in California, by the way. It's already summer, homie, and it's really summer. They put the wrong shit in those clouds, Smitty, in Dubai. Them motherfuckers are hot right now. That rich-ass, pretty-ass, nice country, them motherfuckers underwater. They got no drains, Smitty. They got no drains.
Because they ain't never prepared for this shit. My thing is, though, if they could control the weather, why can't they just, like, reverse the shit then? Yeah, it's too late?
Because they use real clouds, right? So let's say God sends in the clouds.
Yeah.
Then we send a plane up there to manipulate.
Hold on. What's the noise, JB, when the clouds drop? Okay.
We fucking send a plane. We send a plane up there and put some fucking some enemas up our ass. Yeah. We shove it in the cloud and we fucking put the wrong shit up in there. We put the wrong shit in there and we put too much of it. And that shit just became like, they said it was pitch black dark for like a whole day up there. Damn. They covered the sun with this many clouds and that shit almost like an ocean just drenched. See, that's the thing. See, we got these people out there that are the Bible goers of the world, especially in the Middle East, the ones that all, spend 300 days on their knees. What they do is they think this is like the Euphrates flooding and Jesus is back. But no, it's Biden and P. Diddy putting shit in the clouds, homie. It's not fucking the Euphrates. It's actually we are manipulating the fucking weather.
Indo smell like outdoor.
And guess what? I haven't smelled the rain in years. Like, really? Back in the day, rain would hit. You used to smell the rain. Like, oh, man, fresh. It's just fresh. Have you noticed you don't smell the rain no more? Like, probably because everyone got COVID and lost their fucking smell too. Yeah. So that's ironic. So I'm telling you, dog, this is the worst. It's fucked up time.
What you gonna do, bro? What you gonna? Yesterday you text me some bullshit about Chick-fil-A.
Bullshit though.
I know. When I say bullshit, I mean like bullshit on their end. Like, you know, Chick-fil-A is putting antibiotics in their chicken now. It's ironic because I literally
antibiotics.
I went to, well, that's what I read.
Not chicken.
If you sent it to me, I did an actual read on Google and went to like actual articles and not
just listen to Google.
Not just the TikTok post. Don't listen to TikTok and Twitter.
Smitty, you can't look at Google. Google's being manipulated by Hamas and them. Look, listen to what I'm saying.
You listen to TikTok and Twitter though. That's where you get your sources from.
No. I just sent you a video because I already knew, and I told you on this show months ago that I've never been to a Chick-fil-A because I already knew to get down. And I want to share something with you. 30 years ago, my father told me, and I was like, damn, this is a mechanic, never went to college, fucking just a street smart guy, hardworking dude.
Mm-hmm.
He said 30 years ago, he's like, you really think that every restaurant in the country can serve chicken every day forever? And you think we got that many fucking chickens in the world? And I'm young. Fuck, I was 18 coming out of high school. And I was like, yeah, and don't we have a motherfucking billion chickens? Ain't there billions of chickens and we got eggs and all this? He goes, no. He goes, no. He goes, what are you talking about? You're going to run out of food. There's no way there's that many cows, chickens to have that many burgers and chickens in every restaurant, every store, every home. Chickens consumed more than anything.
Right.
30 years ago. And now fucking Chick-fil-A's now just saying we don't have enough chicken. I'm just saying my dad told me this 30 years ago, so people must have been talking about it 30 years ago.
Right.
Where my dad brought that up. Because, dog, there's no way. And you think about it like, there's no fucking way we got this much chicken, this much beef. You know how many cows they killed in Texas last year in them fires?
How many?
I heard like fucking 500,000 cows were killed last year in the state of Texas. Now, I could be wrong with the number, but I know there was a lot that died on those fucking manufactured fires. But anyway.
So what's the solution, JB, for us?
Better grow your own. Man, Lucy and them remember on this show years ago when I first started the show, I said, man, I'm going to start growing a garden around this motherfucker. I don't trust nothing. I said that shit on this show 3 years ago. If anybody in there can say, remember, say, hey, man.
And then my last question to that. Did you start your farm?
Don't you love when the preacher get up there? Anybody that remember that say, hey, man, give me an amen.
You ain't been to church in a long time.
Shit, shut up.
You ain't been to church in a long time. Now how we do it is look at your neighbor and say, neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm saved.
I say, hey, neighbor, look at me and say, I ain't giving you shit. By the end of this motherfucking sermon, don't come around with that fucking 17th offering motherfucking bucket, motherfucking crook, criminal motherfucker. So look, I gotta be honest. Lord, forgive me for our sins.
And you still ain't started that farm yet. You said shit 3 years ago, and I go to your house, you still fucking barbecuing meat, chicken, rib, every part of the fucking pig, chitlins, pig balls, pig nuts, fucking chicken arm, chicken.
I got a couple things up on the hill. I got a couple things. I'm talking about veggies. I'm not gonna grow a cow. I'm talking about veggies.
You ain't got no fucking jalapenos and tomatoes.
I don't want no jalapenos. First of all, you gotta, if you're gonna be Mexican, you gotta say like Mexican shit, jalapenos.
You can't speak Spanish though, and you've been out here for your whole life.
My brother said jalapeno.
Say a full sentence in Spanish right now. Go on the spot.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Y tú? Joson Brown Cafe.
JB Grande Cabeza. Me gusta las hamburguesas y fritas de donde Indiana y como you said, como se llama? Más o menos.
You too, ignorante, mamón, gale poquito, alapito, it's poquito, and you are a baboso.
JB tiene bolas pequeñas. Bolas pequeñas.
You got to be able to say it, dog. You can't just. This motherfucker's really think. Pacona. You're not saying that's not even the word no more because you've spread this shit out so far, homie. It's like you got to come right with the shit. Like, ¿Cómo te llamas? Means what? What's your name, right?
Yeah. Me llamo Darnell.
You don't know that.
Me llamo Darnell. ¿Y tú?
Cállate. Let's move on. We got a lot going on here today. Poll question real quick.
Say it.
Who wins tonight? Kings or Pelicans?
These nuts. Nah, I'm gonna go with the Kings have struggled against the The Kings have struggled against the Pelicans, man. But Zion,
you got a bully last night?
Huh?
You feeling good today? You got a bully last night?
I'm just feeling good, bro. It's Friday. Anytime Friday's the best show because you know you got a couple days off. You about to turn it up. It's the best show. It's fun. It's free game. Free game. Like I like to have our days be separate. Each day a little different. Friday means we're gonna be a little bit more loose, a little bit more freestyle, a little bit more. You know, I actually freestyle on Friday. I rap every Friday, so it's just that's the type of vibe I'm on. I'm gonna go with the Cane. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans, man. Pelicans been beating their ass all year. I think Brandon Ingram's gonna do a little bit more. I think the whole team's gonna step up. Close game because Zion is out. But I think the Pelicans will still pull this thing out. FA said CJ going for 40.
You think the Pelicans are gonna win without Zion?
Yep, I do.
Can't beat a team 7 straight. Not buying it.
Well,
Kings win. Kings win hefty today.
The Nuggets have beat the Lakers 8 straight times in the last 2 years. So
yeah, that's 2 years. This is all this year.
You can't beat a team 7. They ain't playing. You said 7 times. They ain't played 6 times this year, JB.
They played 6 times this year.
They played 6 times this year
because they played in that in season.
Oh, little in season shit.
Remember that all the extra shit you added?
I who me? I added it.
You love that shit. Extra shit. You love that extra shit. I got the Kings by 10. I got the Kings by 10.
You ain't gonna bet on it on winnable though.
I am betting it on winnable.
All right. Well, I put a video up on winnable today
of tonight. I'm betting some hockey.
For everybody, for our we got like 262 as far as the members right now. Shout out to y'all. Y'all should have all just received a text directly to your phones, a video this time. My first time posting a video on winnable. Doing a little, I made my picks a little differently. You know what I'm saying? The ladies probably gonna like it for all the ladies who have signed up, and I'm gonna keep it as simple as that, man. Shout out to winnable.
Someone said, "Who wrote this poll question? Makes no sense." Does the poll question don't make no sense?
Say it one more time.
Who wins tonight, Kings or Pelicans?
Yeah, that shit don't make no sense.
How does that not make sense?
It just don't make no sense.
Who wins tonight, Kings or Pelicans? That's the poll question. Is that don't make sense?
It's the way you saying it. I think it sound weird.
Who wins tonight, Kings or Pelicans?
Okay, that made more sense. Okay, so when you say it that way,
what do you mean that way? That's what it says.
Now your tone completely shifted right there in that last time, JB. It completely changed.
Who wins tonight, Kings or Pelicans?
Nah,
like, is that not two
that.
Teams can't win?
You didn't say it that way. You didn't say it right. That's
maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I wrote it though, by the way. Bitch boy, for fucking wanting to question me, motherfucker. I wrote that motherfucker. It don't matter if I wrote it and said fucking Lakers tonight, motherfucker. Answer the question.
Them motherfuckers say bitch boy. That's probably my favorite phrase that you say.
I'm worried about the fucking question and just answer the motherfucker. Shit.
What's that, bitch boy? That's so disrespectful too. When you really break it down, like bitch boy. So bitch is what? Bitch is a female dog, and then you a boy though. You both. You a female dog and you a boy. You fucking mix.
Oh, see, no. See, Bailey wrote it wrong on the poll question on YouTube. That's not. So we are on the same page. Bailey will get down.
Don't blame. Hey, flag on the play.
No. Bailey's young. Bailey got to learn. Bailey got to learn.
Play.
Can't fuck up the brand. Can't fuck up the brand and not have any repercussions. Smitty.
Yeah, but we keep that in house. We give them repercussions in house. We don't put that shit public in front of 2,000 people.
We don't do that. We reprimand in person. We are now the new, Hamas, China, whatever. And then you fuck up, we do it right on the spot. So Bailey will get a fine issued, just like you'll get a fine issued.
Nah, your ass gonna get a fine issued. As soon as you fuck up today, I'm calling your shit out. I'm holding you accountable.
I can't fuck up.
I'm holding you accountable,
You don't
JB.
understand the seat that I sit in. You don't
stink. It smell like shit. The seat you sit in.
Pecking order.
Listen, just like the Asian dude, what's his name? Asian Mac, when he told us Charleston White yesterday, we holding you accountable, Jason Brown. Ain't you gonna be in LA tonight, downtown at the comedy show?
That motherfucker said, "Dong D." Booty face.
Can we break down some people in the chat? Can we talk about people in the chat? We ain't did that shit in years.
My homegirl Leah back in here. Shout out to Leah.
Shout out to my homegirl Leah, man. We followed each other on Twitter yesterday. Who was talking in the DM. Shout out to Leah. Huh?
Why?
Because I like to get to know all the new fans, so I just wanted to get to know her. Shout out to Leah.
Your girl know what you talking on DMs?
Yeah, it's all business professional. It wasn't nothing inappropriate. Now I'm just playing, y'all. We ain't talking to Lee in the DM.
Dirty drunk Haitian.
He's taking a shit in that picture. He's taking a shit right now in that picture.
Nah, you're not taking a shit.
What are you doing?
He responding to somebody that wrote a video about him.
Oh, okay.
So somebody said something about sock paise. Say it.
Nah, I'm not. You ain't about to get me killed. Them Haitians don't play around. Miami, dirty drunk Haitian sock passe. Break me down, coach. You just a stinky, nasty motherfucker. You just he
Haitian though. He Haitian though. Haitians, dog. You seen what they do? They just took over the whole country. The warlord just took over the whole country. So I've coached a lot of Haitians. Shout out to my main man Steve Tyrogene. Good big time receiver I had out of Deerfield Beach, Miami, Deerfield Beach, Florida. Played for me at Compton. He does music producer for what's your boy's name? What's your boy name with the cross tattoos and shit?
Talking about Kodak?
Kodak Black. Yeah, he do shit for him.
That's the
but anyway, they used to say that shit all the time. Sock passe shit.
Yeah. I don't know what it mean. I was just playing, y'all. I was not in Leah's DM. We're just joking. We're just joking.
Are you still talking about that? Why you playing? Why you having to say something if you don't?
No, I'm showing her love on the show. I'm showing her that.
But why you got to answer everybody else? You don't.
I'm answering everybody else. I'm just showing Leah love. She commented. She wasn't.
Where she here?
She be home about an hour and a half. She gonna come over here, probably start rubbing on my face, rubbing on my neck, and kissing me, shit like that, live on the show. That's how I get down. Where your girl at?
I have a girl.
Where's your girl at? Tired of the bullshit. Nah, I'm holding you accountable. Where's your girl at?
I don't have a girl. What do you think? I'm lying? I don't have a girl. I don't keep her. I don't. I have short, fat, skinny, tall.
You posted a video at the nail salon. Who's recording it?
My fucking AE.
Okay, so that's your AE is your girl then.
AE could be my accountant, my publicist. I got all kinds of shit cracking.
Two things could be true. It could be maybe she your publicist and your AE. Like she do both. Both.
AE's a whole nother thing.
Let's continue.
You got a ring on your finger?
I'm married. So you saying if you're not married, it's not no. You can still have a girlfriend, JB. Like you can still be dating somebody.
I guess dating. I don't date, but yeah, I guess.
I'm not. No, but you. It's so JB. Time out, bro. I get the hard. It's okay to like a woman. Like that's not soft to like a woman, JB. It's okay.
They say it's soft.
Okay, I'm just making sure. It's okay.
But I don't date.
So what do you do then?
I fuck.
But now you're going to nail salons and shit now. So that's different than just
I did that for a fucking friend. I did that for like a public, like a thing. Like it was like a PR thing.
You also posted a video like 2 weeks ago. You was driving in your drop top in your car with the music blast. Somebody was recording that too. So all I'm saying is we're just studying your habits.
Chris was next to me in his truck. We was coming from a thing. He got
okay, all right. Listen, I'm not calling you out. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just saying we've been studying your habits that you've been posting on social, and it just look a little different. That's all we saying. We ain't saying nothing else. JB too gangster, man. JB don't date. He don't marry. He don't get no girlfriend.
I had to fucking goddamn turn the AC off.
You have to fart?
I sleep with the AC on. I like it cold. I got the fan. Poll question. New poll question. Fuck boy in the chat that wants to question this fucking poll question. I got a new one now. Do you sleep with the fan on or off?
I like it cold. I don't necessarily have a fan on, but I like it cold in my house.
If you have a ceiling fan, my ceiling fan has not been shut off, and I would say 3 years.
Hold on, what you mean? Like it's just on constantly? It never goes off. You say your ceiling fan is on just constantly. It never goes off ever.
On constantly, never shuts off.
Damn. I'm trying to see ceiling fan on and off.
Ceiling fan, dog. Not a.
Yeah, I know.
I know you in an apartment. You know, you still, hood trying to get out of the
ceiling
hood.
Fans.
Here's the thing. Back in the day, though, we didn't have ACs in the hood, so we had the fucking old school box fan right in our face. When I was sleeping, put that motherfucker right in my face.
Yeah.
It was so hot. That shit still was hot.
That shit feel good though.
But I got ceiling fans, everywhere. I got to sleep with a ceiling fan on. That's just what it is. You got to have a ceiling fan on. I keep it on. Plus, it keeps the dogs cool. And then if it's cold, I can turn the heater on. Still have a ceiling fan on though. Ceiling fans stay on.
Yeah, I mean, I like it cold. Like I prefer it to be freezing cold, not freezing, but really cold. It's that combination of coldness with a blanket on you. It's like a fucking crazy combination right there. The man played college ball. We need more Bailey segments. Bailey a bad boy. Bailey do it all. He edit, he produces, he cuts up videos.
Bailey.
Oh,
Bailey.
Man.
I didn't fuck it up. Why are you thinking I fucked it up?
I was literally so all I do is I always take it and I paste it in there, and it's always usually a yes or no question. And this time it wasn't. I was like, fuck. And so now I had to change it.
Bailey did a good job. Bailey might one day be the co-host of this show.
Yeah, it might be me and you, because JB, if he ends up moving and doing some other stuff, it could be the Big Smitty show with Bailey. So I mean, keep doing your thing, keep working, bro.
Hey, Jazzy, why you say hi Bailey like that?
Yeah, you look a little weird the way she said it.
Like the hi Bailey kind of look.
So it's the high part, Bailey. That look
yeah.
I don't know what it is. And Bailey's not white, y'all. Stop saying that.
Bailey's we're gonna get ready to go, Bailey.
He's mixed technically, but in the hood, he black.
All right, so
if shit hit the fan, he with us. I ain't seen Panama Queen since the pandemic. Bailey pops on, she just pops up out of nowhere. Bailey's a kitty out of nowhere. I have not seen Panama Queen since 2020. That's crazy. The Bailey
what that mean?
Oh, he's a red flag. She's saying Bailey's a red flag just by how he looks.
I don't know what red flag means.
So a red flag is something that got popularized like last year. It's like it's a sign that maybe you shouldn't date that person or something like that, right? So it's like, for example, a red flag is like a sign that maybe you shouldn't date or mess with that person. You know what I mean? So for example, like if a woman says she don't AE, for you, that would be a red flag. For me, like if a woman said, like if I was single and she said she don't cook, that's a red flag for me. Like that's a problem for me. So I don't know what Bailey just did. She probably thinks Bailey is a handsome guy, and she's probably correlating that like by his looks alone, he could be like a fuck boy, like one of those dudes that just like use his looks to get around and do stuff. So that's my assumption, because he didn't do anything at all to warrant that response. So it has to be that. Oh, okay. There you go, Leah. She cleaned it up. Red flag messed up the poll question. Nah, he ain't no. Nah, he don't. Bailey a bad boy. He do everything.
Yeah,
Video clips, reels, TikToks. Fucking cuss JB out when we not on camera. Sends emails. Fucking flies out here. Goes back. Trains people in the weight room. Makes one pagers. Like he do more than JB. It's JB show.
Flag on Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Flag on Leah for fucking up my producer in the back. She fucking up Bailey's whole get down. Bailey, 21 years old, Leah. You might fuck his whole mindset up. He might be fucked up all weekend now, Leah.
Right. Like he gonna be in the fucking houses like this. His parents, what's wrong, Bailey? Just leave me alone, Mom.
That fucking JB fucked me over.
My ain't gonna eat or nothing. Just sit there. Just we ain't had no clips or nothing all weekend. Just fucking
we had no clips, no videos up, nothing.
He ain't gonna respond in a group chat or nothing. Just fucking.
Big Matt's gonna join us in about 30 minutes.
I don't want Matt to join.
Huh?
I don't want Matt to join today. I'm using my power now, man. Fuck it.
You ain't got power.
Huh?
Yeah, I got power. Let's dive into it, man. Deion Sanders
no sports.
losing transfers.
What?
Transfer portal.
I wish you guys do a little more homework when you start.
Fuck he wearing?
Motherfucker swagged out. He Colorado.
Start talking about the portal and understand what we losing. What are we losing? I got time today. What are we losing?
Potential starters and
Potential.
depth.
Where?
Tight end, running back.
You haven't been watching practice, huh? Amen. We good. We're good. I trust the recruiting team. I trust our coaches. And please have some faith in me. We good. We all right. We all right. What happens with the portal, man, and you guys need to know, a lot of people are fighting for backups. When a guy's a starter and he transfers, you got to really think about that. I mean, is he really that? I don't know how many starters have really transferred around the country. I think we got some coming in from visits pretty soon, maybe even this weekend. But we can attract those type of players, but I don't think we're losing those type of players. And if we do, we're good. We're good. Quit making a big.
JB, what are your thoughts?
I
just don't get it. I mean, this is not how you coach. I don't understand. I mean, you're losing players left and right, and then you go on here on the camera and basically you shit on them and basically say they're nothing and they're not worth anything. This is why I don't believe they're going to have a successful program. This is not. What's the culture? Big Smitty. No. Big Smitty. No, forget about race. Everybody thinks I'm racist because I talk about Deion. This is real talk, homie. It's real talk, homie. What's the culture? What you can't build a culture with motherfuckers leaving left and right. Prime. I'm not gonna call you Prime. You're Coach Sanders. Coach Sanders. These kids are not you. You think that they're you as Prime, as the Neon Deion. They're not you. Stop treating them and coaching them like they're all you. They're not built like you. Big Smitty.
JB. Two things can be true. You can wear overalls and a beard and a hat and look like an Alaskan fisherman. You can, JB. Not everything, JB, has to be hard, rugged from the 80s. It doesn't all have to be. Deion got drip. He got swag. He could be swagged out. JB. It's not how you used to play with biker shorts on, come with a whistle. Nowadays, they're swagged out. We could be swagged out. These are the players that Deion's bringing in. So two things can be true, JB. JB. Stop saying, JB, that, listen, facts. This is facts. Facts are that you can wear a farmer's market get up and still bring in the best players, JB. JB, you can't do it.
Homie, I do this shit for 2 decades, bitch boy. Listen, Smitty, at the end of the day, I hope Deion wins games. I want him to be successful. I'm not wishing on his downfall. I just never seen it be done this way. We got to see. I've never seen it be done this way. I've sent 1,000 motherfuckers to the NFL, 300,000 to college to D1. I've checked. No one has ever died on me, murdered someone, robbed anyone, left my program. And you're telling me that Coach Prime is going to do it this way and still win a natty? And this is why women can't coach in the NFL, Smitty. He don't get it. Fuck you, Keith Smith. You fat motherfucker. Fuck you. Shit. Moving on amicably. Matt's going to join us in the next hour.
Big Matt. I'm taking votes online right now.
Would you vote?
Who won that? You did 2. I could do a second one, but
you get one more if you want it.
Nah, now we got to get into the real thing.
Okay.
I just give you more ammo, which is good. That's what we need. We need you to be the win. We need you to win. We got to have a brother on the show win some of those segments.
Yep.
So now Racist Show, RACCISSS, Racist Show.
I might get kicked out now too. It's still pretty early.
I was hoping you didn't get loud. That's why I don't want you to get evicted out the apartment at Section 8. Listen, I don't know what he's wearing, but here I got 2 things that stuck out. 2 things stick out with me. First, he said recruiting team, and maybe we may have somebody coming in this weekend. First of all, here's my only, it's just a critique, okay? JB, you don't have right to critique. Well, he's getting critiqued every single day by a bunch of different slapdicks that never even played, by the way, including the 2 fucks that were interviewing him yesterday on that show. But anyway, let's dive into the fact that you don't know who's on your campus. There's no recruiting team, Smitty. You have a recruiting coordinator that you title, and then you have every coach that's 10 paid assistants who recruits. And then you have a whole team set up an entire visit weekend, and you do it all out. You go all out for it. I think I had the best recruiting visits that JUCO could possibly ever have. I used to do it every single time I did it, but I coordinated that. I created it. I put on the calendar. I did all that shit. The head coach has to be the best recruiter, Smitty. Sorry. Look at Pete Carroll. Look at Nick Saban. Look at Kirby Smart. Look at Dabo Swinney. Look at all the Harbaugh. Everyone that's won ever has had the head coach be the best recruiter. Deion's a guy. He has to be the guy. He has to be the recruiter because he's the figurehead. He's the name. He's the person. Some of the stuff I just hear, I just like, damn, dog. I don't know if it's sustainable this way. I just don't understand the way that you don't know who's on campus, who recruiting team. I've never heard that term ever as a coach. I've never heard of a recruiting team. Because, at the end of the day, you're the head coach. You're the recruiter. You're the number one guy. There's not one kid on my rock from Tank Dell to Jermaine Johnson to whoever, Rakeem Boyd. No assistant signed those kids. I did. I got them locked in because at the end of the day, if a kid signs with, let's say Smitty, no offense to Smitty. Let's say Smitty's a D-line coach and he signs someone without me, I'm going to be honest, probably not a big-time player. He's probably not a big-time player. He's a numbers kid. And that, to Deion's defense, maybe that's what Deion's talking about. Well, we lost who? We lost 15 kids, and who are they? So back to Shaun King's point, though, then you did a bad job evaluation.
Right.
So what is your evaluation process, and who did you sign? So if the 5-star Cremani was the number 1 corner out in the country, and now we're talking about he's not very good, then we did something wrong in our self-scout recruiting process, and now we're just letting them go. If the running back, who some people think could be one of the top 3 or 4 running backs in America, who came from Houston, who just left, because I know he was hurt and all that, but apparently everything I've heard, he was the best running back on the roster.
That's what Daddy said.
Now you lost that guy. So I don't know, man. All we could do is see, because we're not there. Even though I got players and coaches there, and I hear things, we're not there. So let's see how it plays out. But I just don't understand the attention, dog. I just wish you would grind and work and get some wins under your column, and then just come out and talk, and then do whatever you want to do. But like, I just think sometimes we reinvent the wheel when we don't have to. Like Nick Saban did it his way, all good. Kirby Smart basically stole that way and did it his way as an assistant to him. Same with Dabo. That's Nick Saban's tree. Pete Carroll has the same type of thing over on his side with Sark and Lane Kiffin and all these other guys. And like, that way's worked for a long time, Smitty. It's worked for a long time. I just think we're reinventing the wheel before we actually get any concrete data on paper that says we won, we did this, we did that. I don't know. That's just me as an ex-coach talking about it, building programs. Who this is the thing. I'm not someone that just inherited some winning program and had one good year. I've only built programs from ground up. I think if anyone can talk about it, it's me. So, and I'm saying that like facetiously joking, because it is me. I know for a fact it is me. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of people don't realize. I just want to see him win and do well and then talk. That's all I'm saying. But like, it's just over the top to me, dog. The overalls, like, you're a head coach of young men. Like, let's if this the new way to walk.
That's not his first time wearing though. He's worn overalls before.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying,
you know, he country.
Every day is something.
Yeah, but some stuff we create. At the end of the day, the media asked him a question about the transfers, as they should. He gave his answer to that. Now he could have just ignored them, I guess, and not answered and said next question. But we would have made some out of that too.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck what you wear. All I'm saying is, like, at some point there's going to be recruits that actually have former players as parents, former student athletes as parents,
right?
That are going to be big time 5-star people. You're not going to get them because they want the coach that is about the professionalism in this thing, that is about getting this kid to the next level, both as a human and as the NFL player. And I think people, and I know there's parents out there that have big time players that are like, man, that's a shit show. I ain't sending my kid there. And that happens everywhere though, by the way. So like, it is what it is, but like, I think you're going to find that is the longer you coach. But again, this proves to me that this is a lateral build, not a vertical one. And I think he don't really care, because I don't know if he's really going to be there that long.
I think that's true. I don't think he's going to be there for 20 years, like a Saban or something like that. You know what I mean? Number one. Number two, I just think that we're seeing a shift in how this thing works because of the transfer portal and because of everything else. So like, again, I know Colorado seems to be doing it at the highest level in terms of the amount of turnover that they have, but every school is having large turnover. Just maybe not to Colorado's extent, but they're still having large turnover. Whether it's 20-some players leaving or joining or whatever the case may be, that's still a lot. And I just think that's why Nick Saban stepped down. That's why your boy from UCLA left head coaching job to be a coordinator at Ohio State. Like I just think that it's just a new time, coupled with the fact that Deion won't be there for 20 years, so he's trying to win now. Then you combine it together, and that's why it's moving this way. Will it work? I don't know. We'll see, because I do understand, like, as much as we disagree, I understand what you're saying from a culture standpoint. It's like, damn, you got players joining basically just in the summer, basically, and you're supposed to, these are guys that you're going to count on for in August and September to, like, be key guys for your locker room. And
Smitty, I want to ask you this question though. Things that he has said. It's not things that I'm saying, by the way. It's things that he's saying. He's saying the portal's full of backups because no one's losing starters. That's what he said.
For the most part, he said.
I had this conversation yesterday with a few people off air about those comments, and I'm sitting there like, well, how can you say that? You just lost 15 dudes. So if you lost 15 backups, you have to replace those backups, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If there's nothing in the portal but backups, what the fuck are we talking about? Is that not the biggest out the side of the mouth comment? I've never heard of it. So what are you saying? You're trading backups for other backups? Like, this is the problem with college football. It's not just Dion. It's college football. If I'm replacing backups for backups,
right, I see what you're saying.
Across America, how are you building or coaching or teaching any young man anything? I'm just swapping across America. I'm just swapping someone's trash for another man's trash. That's what you're saying.
Right.
I hate to use that term because I always say on this show,
I know what you mean.
A piece of meat in the meat market. That's what they've been forever. That's what they continue to be. I'm gonna give you some context. Okay, this is a Division I OC, good friend of mine who sent me some data. Sent me a bunch of things. We were talking for a shitload of time yesterday, and he sent me a video of somebody. I'm not gonna say nothing. He's like, this has to stop. How are we allowing certain people to do this? He's a walking violation. Because a lot of coaches get on air and they say certain things, they'd be fucking getting hit like Michigan right now. Just FYI. I'm not even going to dive into that fucking conversation. But the young men are being used at the highest of levels. And JB, you are correct 1,000%. This is JUCO ball at the highest. I told a JUCO player the other day I needed to sit down with him to see how we handle a new roster every 12 months. So, JB, I want to reach out to you and ask, how do you handle a new roster every 12 months? So I told him what I did and et cetera. And we started talking. He goes, JB, we cannot allow these kids to quit and another school take them. We are giving these kids this money, and the numbers are the same. Less than 1% will go to the NFL, and less will graduate. Less than 1% will graduate nowadays, JB. And they will not find a job paying them this amount of money that we are paying them right now. So, and we talked about 7-on-7, killing the sport. I mean, this is a Power 5 ocean, okay? And we talked about a bunch of different shit.
Man.
And it's like, but everyone, according to the chat, I don't know nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is what people say off air because they can't come on and say it because they work for big time programs and you can't say shit no more because people will cancel you and blah, blah, blah. So the problem is, though, this is the truth. You're saying in one thing that this is nothing but backups, I'm losing. And then you're saying on the other side, the portal's full of backups. Well, I'm trying to figure out, you just want to swap for new backups and retrain and reteach and recoach and reculture a whole new 15? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Why not train the 15 you just lost, keep them in the program and coach them up?
You try to, but I think a lot of time if
saying those things, Smitty.
But I saw, if you notice the video, so he tried to like clean it up a little bit at the end because at first he was like, you know, for the most part, it's just backups in the transfer portal. He said, I don't think there's too many starters entering the transfer portal. But then he followed up and said something along the lines of, I think we can bring in those type of players, meaning like the starters. He's like, but I don't think we're losing those types of players. So he tried to self-correct at the end of his statement there.
Hey, what starter is going to leave a starter position at another school,
and
leave right now to go play for Dion? Why would you?
Why? Unless you're like at the MAC level or something like that, and you had a hell of a year.
But I'm saying we're talking Power 5. You're going to leave Alabama and go to Colorado and you're the starter? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Only situation I can think of is, again, Saban leaves, DeBoer joins. You don't really rock with DeBoer, or you went there for Saban. That's the only situation I can think of. You get a new head coach, maybe. Other than that, no. If you're already starting solidified at a Power 5, there's no reason to leave. I mean, unless Colorado could just offer way more money to somebody, but they probably can't. So, I don't see it. I don't see it. So, I don't know.
We coming.
This shit confusing. It is confusing.
We also going. We going.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see, though. I still think they're going to win eight games this year, though.
Yeah,
so
I don't see that.
I think once they win 8 games, none of this will matter.
Yeah, I don't see 8 games.
If they win that game, it's like, what are you gonna say? Like let's fast forward. Let's say it's December going into bowl season.
I have a serious.
What are you gonna say?
I have a serious as a coach and there's two things this season could start off.
Okay.
Number one, you play a very, very great, organized, structured program that has developed an environment that is conducive for a lot of successful years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who Colorado plays first. Okay. A group of 5 program that was just years ago a Division II school. Now they're then they went to a Division I AA school, and now they're moving up the ranks. This is a program that just knows how to win.
Let me ask you this though: is that a winnable? Shout out to winnable. Join now. A winnable game for Colorado? Yes or no?
Well, Colorado better win that game.
Okay, cool. All right.
Now, there's my point though. If you don't win that game and you lose to a South Dakota type of school, it can spiral downwards in a horrible fashion because you have so many high-level players that are getting so much attention, and you are this high-level coach who brought in all this high-level drama. And now if you lose to a school like North Dakota State or South Dakota or whatever.
It's North. I think that's North Dakota State, I think.
You are in for a whirlwind of a season. The naysayers will come out even harder. And I'm just telling you, first of all, it's not going to shock me at all if North Dakota State wins. Second of all, it's not going to shock me at all if they just purely out-program Colorado. Because, see, North Dakota State is a program.
Yeah, they've been dominant for years.
It is a program.
Yeah.
The flip side of it is you bring a bunch of mercenaries in who are just NFL caliber guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which Colorado, we think, has done. You got to just go and mud stomp them because you're just more talented. Like, it can go both ways. So, but that's not necessarily conducive for long-term success either, though. Just because you win against a North Dakota State with more talent, that doesn't mean you have a program. So, like, it's a very See, the thing is, you're going to have naysayers either way. You're going to have these guys out here that never coached or played are going to attack Deion in Colorado for just, you lost to North Dakota State if that's the case. Or you're going to beat North Dakota State and you're going to say, you're supposed to beat them by 50 and it was a close game. Because you got Shedeur Sanders, who's supposed to be a number 1 pick, and blah, blah, blah,
it's
blah,
a lose-lose situation. Because like what you just said, JB.
School, Smitty. Let's just keep it real. That's for every school. We're only focusing on this team that has put a bullseye on their chest. That's the point I've been making for months. Like, this is every team, though, Smitty. You know that. Like, every time you had a chance to beat a Power 5 school at Ball State, it was a big discussion. It was a huge locker room thing. This is not just Deion and Colorado school. This is every school has this issue. You're either damned if you do, damned if you don't. Every program in America. Look at Kentucky with John Calipari. He's damned if he does, he's damned if he don't. He sent a fucking million people to the NBA, but he's not good enough in college to win a first-round a game in the tournament. So guess what? He's a shitbird. He's got to go. He's a horrible coach. He's blah, 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 blah. It happens everywhere. Yep. But this guy puts the target on his chest, so that's my point. Own it. So let's see what happens this year, because everything what I see is he's out of there. I just don't see him trying to build a place for the long term. I just don't see it. And I just think that it wears thin with the community and all the boosters and all the money people when it continues to be this sideshow that's happening. I think yesterday he went on Up in Smoke with Matt Barnes, him and Shedeur. All the smoke. I think he keeps going on different.
He wants the attention, and it makes some of us uncomfortable because it's not the norm. It's not it's not in a head coach's job description per se. But this is Deion. He's different, and it's what he's comfortable with. Everything you're saying, he actually wants it. Like you said own it. He's owning it. Like, he keeps showing you, I want the attention. What you're saying, JB, is correct. I'm putting a bullseye on me in the program. Bring it. I want it because I'm about to give you a show. That's how he feels. Now, will he do it? I don't know.
You're saying two things can be true when it's not. So then if that's the case and you're saying what he's saying and it's true, then guess what? Don't be mad when you get asked the questions.
Right. I hear you.
But own that shit then.
Keynan didn't get mad. I didn't see him getting mad.
Well, come on. Look at he definitely defensive talking about when you start off an interview, Smitty, and say, y'all need to do more research when it comes to the portal. Yeah, that's not a defensive answer. If I said that, Smitty, I'd be looked at as a devil.
Well, JB, because you're going to say it in a different way. JB, stop, listen, side note, you got to stop comparing JB to anybody else. You are your own separate enigma, separate entity. Yes, it would be different if you said it. Because you're going to say some other shit. You're going to say it a whole different way. You dumbass motherfuckers don't do your fucking research. How are you a journalist? Tell me, how are you a journalist? Like,
it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all, bro. It's not the same thing at all. Can we do a quick break? I got to go wash my hands and pee.
Yeah, Matt will come on right when we get back. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Let me go put on my overalls. I'll be right back. Top 10. All right. I'm going to get into my top 10. Matt asked yesterday about my top 10, and he spit his out real quick. I'm going to pull mine up on the ticker below so the world can see. You can all fucking go, fucking chat. 400 people are going to talk shit. I don't fucking care. So here we go. I'm going to go Tom Brady. Here we go. Before I pull it up, I know you guys saw everything. I'm going to use this criteria. You've had to at least, to be in my top 5, have won a Super Bowl, been to Super Bowl, and just one of the elite of elite. All right. That is how my criteria kind of is. So here we go. Tom Brady, who's the GOAT as far as wins. I do not believe he's the best as far as skill set, but I do believe he's the best quarterback. All right. We're not going to get into that fucking thing as far as winning and losing. So that's number 1 for me. I got Troy Aikman because I believe Troy Aikman can travel to any era and be as accurate as any quarterback of all time. He is the fucking people do not you're 40 years old, Matt. How do you not believe in fucking Troy Aikman? You know how good he was? Do you realize how good he was?
The second best quarterback of all time?
Yeah, dog. Do you know how good Troy
fucking Aikman?
Do you know how good he was? Let's get to it. Elway, I got at 3. I got Montana at 4. Manning at 5. Rodgers at 6. Favre at 7. Both of those are very close skill set wise. Both have a Super Bowl. Been to 2. Marino at 8. At 8. Bradshaw at 9 because he won so much. He's not as talented as anyone else. And Steve Young at 10 because of he was the first lefty to really dominate his position. That's my top 10. I'll just let it keep ticking, dog. I'm going to mute my channel. Go ahead.
I don't have a problem with the rest of the top 10, but Troy Aikman even being on the list makes
you're shitting me, right? You're telling me Troy Aikman's not a top 10 quarterback.
No, here's mine. Brady, Manning, Elway, Montana Marino, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Steve Young, Mahomes, and Jim Kelly.
See, this is the problem I have with
Troy fucking Aikman.
Oh, dog. Drew Brees couldn't hold Troy Aikman's fucking left nutsack from behind his asshole.
Dude. Drew Brees runs circles around Troy Aikman.
Huh?
Drew Brees runs circles around Troy Aikman, bro. Dog. Danny White could have won those Super Bowls with those.
This is how I break. And people in the chat, Jim Kelly over Aikman. Really? Aikman beat Jim Kelly twice for Super Bowls, you dumb fuck.
No. Troy Aikman's team beat Jim Kelly. You put Jim Kelly on the Cowboys, they win 6
team beat fucking 7 teams.
Troy Aikman is maybe the most overrated quarterback ever.
See, I almost think that I can say that about Tom Brady.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God.
How
can you say Tom Brady's overrated?
Tom Brady played in the worst conference for 20 years of all time in the NFL history.
Look, that's true. He played in the worst division ever. I know. I played in it. But he's not overrated.
Let me break this down, though. If you compare Troy Aikman and Tom Brady, and we go out here on the park and go fucking throw the football around the park, it ain't even fucking close.
Look, no one's saying that Troy Aikman couldn't throw the ball. He was extremely accurate. and he did a great job running the system that he was asked to run.
What did he do bad?
Nothing. He didn't do anything bad. He did everything right. They won Super Bowls. He was very competitive. He's a first
At the
ballot
time he was in the NFL, he probably had top 2 or 3 NFL arm strength. I mean, he could throw the ball 80 yards.
No one's debating all of this, but he is not a top 10 quarterback of all time
to this day. I don't care about stats and all this Drew Brees bullshit. He didn't throw the football as much. He fucking had a Harper and Irvin and Novacek. They ran 21 personnel play pass.
I get it. I'm just saying he's not a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion.
Well,
I think if you take any of these guys, any of the guys on your list or my list, and put them up behind the Great Wall of Dallas with the NFL's leading rusher of all time, with the fucking playmaker and Jay Novacek and Alvin Harper and all these other motherfuckers, plus Charles Haley and Jeff Coat and Norton and Deion Sanders and all these other motherfuckers. I mean, goddamn, I think that any of these quarterbacks win Super Bowls. Any of them.
Holds water to me. Why are you smiling?
Now watching this little post on the Shade Room, it was Neo was walking around with his 2 girlfriends. He's like openly like in a relationship with 2 girls, and they just people were just asking about it. Hey, it works. He was like, listen, it worked for me. It might not work for you, but you got two sisters, man, on left, one on the left shoulder, one on the right shoulder. This right here, Vita Juice. My first time drinking one of the orange ones. So, JB, what's E3 Live and what's spirulina? Do you know what that is? Because I don't. I'm literally asking you.
Hey, what?
You see the ingredients? It says E3 Live and it says spirulina. Do you know what any of those are?
Spirulina. I know. I use orange, lemon. I use ginger. I use
turmeric.
I use turmeric every day when I juice. I was looking at those old videos. Damn, I was thin. I lost a lot of weight. I gained a lot of weight back. I gotta go back. I gotta get back.
Hey, you lose that quick though.
I'm not being serious, Smitty. I'm just on a kick where I'm eating and shit a lot.
I'm on the same kick, bro. It's crazy. Like, so like I will go majority of the day barely eating like anything. I'll eat like a granola bar in the morning or whatever for the most part. I go work out after this show. Like all the way to like 4 p.m. I barely ate anything, right? But then I come home from work and I'm stressed and I've been in church for an hour and now I eat.
You can't eat past 5, homie. I
eat everything after that.
You can't eat after 5. I don't eat after 5. When I went on my diet, real diet, lost 30 pounds real quick. Yep. I didn't eat past 5.
That's crazy, past 5.
He said, JB, you're out of control weight-wise. Oh, that's Jeff.
Spirulina is a biomass of cyanobacteria that can be consumed by humans and animals. 3 species. It's hella protein, iron.
We don't care, Smitty. We don't really care about your health.
May boost the immune system and help allergic reactions. Okay, I'm gonna drink this right now.
Let's dive into the NCAA.
I want to.
Hands Michigan 3-year probation, fines them, and then they put them on recruiting restrictions. So here's the issue I have. This guy takes a job that another guy had, and he is now accepting all these restraints, restrictions, issues, drama, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem I have with NCAA. Coaches can go and leave. Players can go and leave. You have a shit show going on in this whole roundabout thing we call the NCAA and college athletics, which we no longer say student athlete in.
Yep.
Let's bring Matt in to catch my take on this.
What's going on, Matt McChesney?
My bad, man. Traffic was fucking nuts this morning.
Ain't no my bad. This is right on time, man. Take your time. You good. Get ready. Go ahead, JB.
Right now, right at the gate, Matt. NCAA just handed Michigan a 3-year probation, fine, and recruiting violations. They handed them more restrictions. But
listen, this has nothing to do with the sign stealing. This is a separate thing.
I know. It's all the same shit, Smitty. This guy is inheriting a program that was put on this by the former coach. But yet the NCAA will allow coaches to go wherever they want, players to go wherever they want. And now we put this coach on this issue. Now watch what happens, though. This coach will have, and I love Coach Moore. He's going to come on the show. We talk quite often. He'll have, let's just say let's say he wins 8 games and don't win it all and all this type of shit. Dog, now guess what? he's jobs on the line and fucking this is the next thing. Oh, he can't do what Harbaugh did. Get him fired. Get him out of here. And then, Smitty, you know and I know, the Ryan Clarks of the world will come out and the brother got the shaft and blah, 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 blah. So, see, this is the issue I have. The NCAA non-caring assholes of America are allowing all this to happen, but then we're still doing this, Matt? We're still doing this for what? It's open game, Matt. It's a fucking open market. Like, I don't get it.
I wonder how hard the coaches laugh in their meeting rooms when the NCAA gets involved.
Right.
Like, so I don't know, maybe 2.5 months ago, when that USA Today story came out saying that me and my kid followed the team out of the tunnel at CU, right, at Stanford.
Yeah.
And we didn't even go to the Stanford game because it was a Friday night game and it was like 8:00 and it's too much. So we weren't even there. And we got CU got hit with a minor infraction. And I went up and interviewed Coach Prime, and off the record, he was like laughing his ass off about it. Like, this is kind of the rules that we have to abide by. And it's like his eyebrows raised, and he like looks at you like, so like, the NCAA is a nutless organization. They have no authority. They act like they do, but they can't really do anything. They can bark, and they still have a platform to like get news out there, and this like old school mentality of they broke a cheeseburger rule, or like they picked up a kid at the fucking airport in a taxi instead of an Uber, or they took him to the team, the team strip club instead of the other team strip club. Whatever they decided to do, whatever rule they broke, I don't really think that it holds a lot of water, bro. I mean, last year Harbaugh got suspended and he voluntarily just backed off. That was to avoid more drama for a national title team. He didn't have to do that. He just decided to. So knowing he was going to leave and knowing his team was the best in the country. So look, man, the NCAA just needs to go away. This has gotten to the point here where we keep talking about college athletics, especially football, and we are just sitting here harping on the fact that they are doing just about everything wrong. I mean, are they doing anything right? Is college football doing anything right now?
No, I just read a text from a Power 5 Division I head coach that I was talking. I mean, a Power 5 OC buddy of mine who's I don't want to give his name, but it's not Garrick McGee either, because I always talk to Garrick. This is not Garrick. He hit me up and said, JB, he's like, you're absolutely 1,000% right when you and Matt discussed the fact that this is JUCO. He goes, these young men are being used at an all-time level, and you are absolutely correct. This is JUCO ball at its highest. I told a JUCO player the other day that I wanted to sit down with him to see how he would handle being with new players every 12 months. So I wanted to ask you, how did you handle the turnover every 12 months as a JUCO? So we talked on the phone for a while. He said, we cannot allow these kids to quit and go to another school and allow them to be taken. We are giving these kids this money, and the numbers are the same. Less than 1% will go to the NFL, and even less than 1% will graduate in this current landscape. And they will not find a job paying them the money that we are giving them. So, like, there's something going on, Matt, that is it. And then he went on to talk about 7-on-7, how it's ruining DBs, wideouts, and quarterbacks. So I want to dive into that, because the kids are moving at all-time high. Dion came out yesterday that we fucking talk Colorado all the time because they give us this content. Plus, you're on the show, so it's great to have you on. That's in the backyard of this program.
It's true. They do film everything as well, so it's easy pickings. I mean,
it is easy. It's not just nice. So you can say all you want about my show, and all you bring up is Colorado. Well, we have a Colorado alum who played in the NFL on the show every 3 days or 3 days a week, and they also put out a lot of shit. So
right.
Here's the thing I got to ask you, though. Dion made a specific comment that I want to ask you about, and I don't care how you answer it, but he said basically that we're not losing anyone of significance. We're losing backups, and that's all that's really in the portal. I want to get your take on what he's saying and what he means.
Losing some guys to the portal. What are you?
If there's only backups in the portal, to his words, and he's only losing backups, aren't we just trading backups for backups at this point? And is that the problem in the NCAA? It's not just Deion's Colorado either. This is a nationwide issue. Because because no starters leaving Alabama right now to go to another school this late in May. And
Proctor.
Huh?
He don't count. He don't count. He don't know what to do.
Yeah. So, Proctor. So I'm trying to find out, Matt, like if we're swapping backups for backups, doesn't that even create worse culture across every school in the country? Like we're just swapping backups for backups, and yet we got to reteach backups? Why don't we just keep the backups we just got rid of and fucking try to coach them, mentor them? And I don't get it, man. And now yesterday, the NCAA just made a new rule that you can just transfer anytime and not sit out as long as your progress towards degree. So I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear that?
Yep.
So what? So it's even lax. It's even more lax.
Okay. McCaskill is not a backup. McLean's not a backup. They're quality players that just need to be developed, but they have to want to develop. So it goes both ways. I don't know what happened with McCaskill, but I did see, a little white boy, Charlie Offerdahl, walk on from Dakota Ridge here in Denver, who's a really good player, got promoted to second string running back, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's really athletic and works his ass off and has a 4.0. So I think McCaskill got overtaken by a walk-on and left. That's number one. And that when you're the former conference or the USA, wherever Houston was before the Big 12, he was the freshman of the year. When you got that ego and then you get overtaken by a little white boy from Dakota Ridge named Charlie Offerdahl, who's a walk-on, who's a bad motherfucker, badass kid, wears 44. Actually sat in my office when he was a junior, and he was like, I want to play at CU. And I was like, I don't know, son. And then went and did it. And I was like, God, I love it when people make me eat crow. Look at this little badass. So he got promoted to second string, and it probably hurt McCaskill's or whatever his name is feelings, and he left. And we know McLean is a shitbird. So I can't sit here and disagree with Deion, but I will say that he's right. There's nothing but backups in the portal. I mean, look, it's either backups or young guys that are underdeveloped, and you got to go find those dudes because they usually are being tampered. So they're going in the portal and they're going somewhere immediately. They don't even get a chance to recruit the young guys. I know this because a couple of them are in the portal that I work with. It's talking to, ex-college coaches who are now in the media that I'm really close with out here. I won't say his name, but all he said yesterday was like, all you're getting in the portal right now are other people's trash, guys who can't go to class, guys who got in trouble, or guys that think they're better than they are and they want to, they can't take the coaching and they're just going to leave. It's like there's no really quality players that are just going in the portal right now in May. That's not the time to transition what you're doing. So
let me ask you. I got to ask you this because you and I know how important. All three of us know how vital and important it is for the big boys up front, both O and D line. I used to love to have 12 D linemen during the season at least, and I would love to have 15 O linemen. That was my target every year. Now, we know how hard it is to get those guys in regular January, and it's a sign. How hard is it now to get a guy in May, depending on a kid coming from another program that you just mentioned is either someone else's trash or some issue happened, etc. Dog, you lost an O-lineman, and today you just lost the Eric Brantley kid, the DN. That just happened, I guess. I'm just I'm just getting blown up about it. Yep.
He just got there.
Yeah, he just left today. Right now, this morning, he just entered the portal.
30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago.
I don't know if he can play or not. He literally just got to the school. Bro, how about we develop a little bit and go through a year and see if you can play? What, is he not starting immediately? So he's like, fucking him out.
Mamahoy got there, checked out the facilities. He's like, I don't like the locker room color in here.
Yeah, the color concept's not cool enough.
Let me ask you, is this a kid from Georgia?
He's from somewhere down south.
See, this is my point back to where everyone blew me up on the social media, of course, because you don't know what you're talking about. If the colder states aren't going to, this is my point I brought up. Like, these Southern kids are going to come up there and see it, and in this landscape, being allowed by the NCAA to just get out whenever you want, I just see the cold weather states going to get hit with they're going to struggle, man. It's not a hot take to everybody out there saying it is. It's not a hot take. I'm saying in the future,
the cold take, right?
Cold take, son.
Yeah, we're gonna see a fucking shift. I just agree. We're gonna see a shift. You're gonna see warm weather.
Look. Michigan won the Natty last year. It's cold as fucking Detroit.
No, I said going forward in this current.
I know. I heard you. I'm saying. I'm going to relate this back in the day to when I played, which is not the same. It's just not the same, but at the same time, it is relevant. Everybody that was any good on our team that's a skill athlete, or like the Andre Gerard from Dallas, or like we had some bad motherfuckers that were all from Texas and Louisiana and California, and it's not cold there ever. And they didn't leave. But we were also good, and we were putting people in the NFL, and like we had a culture and a community. And
you couldn't leave, though.
Well, you could leave. You just had to sit unless you're Marcus Houston. Marcus Houston is the only guy I've ever seen that petitioned this college football NCAA and didn't have to sit out. And he was in our meeting room one year, and then we were playing him the next year when he went to CSU. What a bitch. I mean, just the biggest, softest bitch in the history of bitches is that guy. And I'll stand on that. Marquisha Houston. What I'm saying is, if you have a culture, what Colorado, the University of Colorado, is missing is every school, every team that's ever been up there has and I know that the out of Colorado people are going to shake their head at this, but this is the truth. Okay. If you have a foundation of Colorado guys that actually are from here and give a shit, you can build around that foundation, even if it's just 4 or 5 guys that are really, really passionate about their home state and like want to like give back and like be part of something. If you have those guys, Charlie Offerdahl's one of them. We just talked about him. There's a reason he's there still. Like, they need more of that. There's a bunch of players in this state. I mean, there's a Rolodex of guys. So I think that they need to build around that a little bit more. But then you have to get into the other side of this conversation with Coach Prime. Is he here to build, or is he just here right now? And that's another question, man. Like, everybody, he's told me multiple times. I had Jeremy Bloom on the show. He said that he's got a contract on his desk. He's got an extension. Then Coach Prime came out and reached out to me and was like, "That's not true. I don't have an extension. I don't know what to believe, yada, yada." I've heard that he wants to stay here forever and that his kids just bought him a mansion. But then I also understand that his kids are going to the NFL and they probably want to go watch him play. Like, I would think, conspiracy theory, Matt, and there's no like sources behind this. This is just the old duder's brain. Okay. I would say that Shedeur gets drafted by the Cowboys and Deion goes to coach the Cowboys, and he's gone next year. That's just me. I think Dak's gone. They find a way to draft Shedeur. They fire McCartney. They bring in Coach Prime. Jerry Jones goes nuts. The Cowboys go through the fucking roof culturally and cool wise. They become the new America's team and shit. Yada yada. The same way the Colorado Buffaloes have been like, they've just been vaulted. Dallas gets vaulted. I'm just saying, I don't know if there's nothing. I don't know this from Coach Prime. He'll probably get mad at me for saying it, but this is just what's going on in my head. Get rid of Dak, draft Shedeur, hire Coach Prime. The Cowboys go, that place just blows up, and God knows what could happen down there. And they're in a dome, and he doesn't, Coach Prime came out and was like, I didn't really say that I wanted to play at 6 places. And I was like, So I don't know, man. I'm not trying to talk from this, but I am saying Dallas is hot.
I think Jerry Jones would hire Belichick first on his list. That's the only reason I say I don't think Deion would go.
If Belichick and Deion were up for the Dallas Cowboys job, Jerry Jones would do everything. He would be the dumbest motherfucker on earth not to hire Deion Sanders. Do you understand? just because, look, Deion can go hire guys to coach. Deion's the CEO and the head of the franchise. And if you think he's got pull and eyes at Colorado, imagine him being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I no way I could hire a guy that has yet to prove to me he can win at a high level.
Fucking Todd Haley had a fucking head coaching job in the NFL. Give me a break.
I know, but he coached in the NFL. I just don't see you going from college straight
fucking
to
Deion Sanders is the first ballot Hall of Fame best corner that's ever played ever in the history.
I get players.
Todd Haley is a fucking golfer. Like,
I know,
fuck
this
Todd
is a
Haley.
conversation we have all the time.
Fuck a dick.
We have this conversation all the time, though, on the show. Not just with you. I'm talking about other people. Like, we get the great player shit. We understand that's why he's got the jobs he's in right now. Like, we've seen Mike Singletary shit the bed. We've seen great players shit the bed. Like, it's a hard job, Matt. You know it's not easy to coach. You know
I
it's
didn't
not
say it was. I also didn't say it was going to work. Like, let me ask you a question real quick. Is Jeff Nuda making out with everybody in your fucking comment section? Like, is he actively slobbing down everybody?
Who?
Everybody in your fucking Jeff, the meatball. Is the meatball, like, is he just over here talking shit, like, with all of his little cronies in the comments? They're all just over here typing away, Cheeto-covered fingers, pounding Mountain Dew Code Red, Chicago backhanding at each other, probably in a circle. I mean, this is fucking weird, dog. Jeff, meatball, calm down, dude. Chill. It's okay. It's okay. My opinion's different than yours. And so you and all your fucking cronies over here fucking hammering Code Red. Just go pop, 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 pop. I can't fucking type fast enough. How do I type faster so I can talk some shit to Matt? Excuse me, type some shit to Matt.
JB, this motherfucker said Cheeto covered fingers with Mountain Dew Code Red.
Have you ever seen that fucking, remember the old school cartoon with like the fries and the soda?
Yeah.
And the fucking meatball with
Cartoon
arms?
Network. I'm meatball.
Man, that little fucker. He's either that or Krill from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I used to love that fucking cartoon with the hamburger. And what was that called? The meatball.
Jeff is what it was called.
Okay. But let me ask you, back to my
Jeff. Have a good day.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes, the little meatball.
We gotta pull the picture up.
Get the meatball up.
Please get the pictures.
God damn, Gorgon's back.
Love you, Jeff.
We got everybody back.
Yeah, I talk shit. What?
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
I don't see this working, and I want to be clear. This isn't just hold on. This isn't just a Colorado issue either. I want to be clear here, and I want to be
see it working either. It's a hypothetical.
No, I want to be honest.
He said in Colorado he don't see it working.
No. I want to be honest though, real quick.
Like next year?
No. I'm talking about college football. This
like
isn't just a Colorado issue. I want to be clear on the record. This is happening everywhere. This isn't just a mass exodus at Colorado losing 17 kids in the last whatever. So has Miami, Florida, UCLA. There's a shitload of schools losing multiple players. This is a bigger issue than just Colorado that we discuss on this show because you're on it so often and they give us so much content. The issue is all these schools do it. We just don't see the video of it. Now, here's the problem I have. There's no way that the NIL deals are close to being the problem in this whole big picture of scheme of things. It is clearly 1,000% the portal. I would love to see NIL the old way without transferring and without having the free reign of going through just program to program to program to program and keep NIL money intact and put a contract on it, meaning, fuck. Hey, Matt, I'm going to sign you to this school, but you have to play here or you pay back or you don't get it at the next school. Something along those lines. You can't just have it every which way and expect us to have a good product out there. I just see it getting worse in 2 to 3 years.
And bro, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And it's that is a huge part of it. But then what again, I'm going to go back to this, and I've said it so many times. College football, college athletics, whatever. It's meant to build. You're building men. Like Coach Barnett reformed us. He didn't recruit us. And we're a bunch of heathens. Like we're not supposed to be there. It's like a bunch of fucking preppy ass white people in Boulder and then the football team. Like it's just what doesn't fit. We're in the corner like over here. Like we aren't supposed to fucking be here. Like Smitty, I know you felt the same way at Ball State a lot of times. You'd be walking around campus and people would be like, oh, I wonder if he plays football. Like, come on, dog. We know we're not supposed to fucking be here. We get it. But the ability to like figure it out and overcome and make mistakes and have a home and a community to go back to, people that actually give a shit, this is ruining the future for these kids too. Their ability to overcome, the ability to handle adversity. What are they going to do when they get to the NFL if they get there and they can't just go in the transfer portal and the coach won't cut them? So what are they going to go into miserable football land? This guy. I've got to practice today and I'm an NFL player and I don't want to go to work. I don't know how many fucking guys I saw like that in the NFL. Guys making millions of dollars that would be sitting at their fucking locker like distraught that they had to go to practice. It made me furious. Like, and it made me want to fight them, and I did. I used to go after those guys hard as fuck. Like, there was a dude in New York named Brian Thomas that went to UAB, played outside linebacker. He was always a Daria. He was always upset. I used to try and cheap shot him, do everything I could to fuck with him. Ryan McBeam in Denver, the big defensive lineman, he was always upset and sad. I used to go after him with a smile on my face, like somebody just made fun of me for eating In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out, number one. And number two, I had a cheeseburger Eddie smile on my face when I was fucking his ass up. So I love this shit, but I love it because of what it's given me, not because of what I did. I was a very average player. It's given me a platform. It's given me a business. It's given me the community in Colorado, being able to play high school ball here, go play college ball here, in my career here. That's like the trifecta, dog. Yeah. You know, like I can walk in anywhere and do business with people. I can walk into Colorado and do business with them and be part of that community. I can call my coaches that I had the same head coach and the same position coach the entire time I was in college, all 5 years. That is probably a 1% rarity that will never happen again for most kids. And I'm telling you, that is what college football used to be. I can call any of these guys that I used to play with or used to coach me, and they are there for you, and I'd be there for them. Now, the kids don't have community anymore, bro. There's no more like, in 20 years from now, 10 years from now, are all these guys going to go back to homecoming? Are they going to go back to the conference championship weekend? Maybe if you went to Michigan for 1 year like Drake and like they've won a natty, but there's what are you going to do when they go on? Like, say a kid gets this Proctor kid or somebody else has been in the transfer portal 8 times, gets to the NFL and they go on and they're like, my name is what did Keynan Peele do? Like Super Transformer X, Big Nuts, Harry. From Houston, Texas, Tennessee, Colorado, California, San Diego State, and Compton Community College. That's 9 schools in 4 years. It's like, you got to pick one that you're from. Like that's my thing is the NFL is supposed to be mercenary land. I got cut 14 times in 6 years and had to change positions and move all over the country and go to fucking Europe. And like, that is, you're an adult. This is what the workforce is. Get used to it. You're not as good as you think you are. Football's a grind, deal with it. College now has turned into that. And these kids, they don't have the skills mentally to deal with this shit. So they instead of like, I'm struggling, I'm going to go to fucking work. It's, I'm struggling. It's his fault. It's his fault. It's the coach's fault. It's Matt's fault for not putting me in the right school. It's my parents' fault. It's my coach's fault. I'm going to go sit in my parents' basement and wait for a new opportunity. And then all of a sudden you're working at fucking State Farm falling around Caitlin Clark.
That's not a bad person to follow.
Matt, I got to ask you this before you get out of here. When do they stop? When do the coaches stop taking the 8 transfer portal kid? That's the problem, dog. Like, we got to get back to some type of organic.
But look, it requires them to recruit high school kids and develop them and then keep them. and they can't do it. So they'd rather, and this is verbatim from Coach's mouth, okay? I got Coach Walters on from Purdue on Tuesday on my show. I'm going to talk to him about this specifically. Coach Beatonbaugh's in here next week. He's going to be on the show. I'm going to talk to him about this specifically. Like, it's hard to recruit high school kids because first of all, you got to keep them. And if they don't play immediately, they're probably going to go to the transfer portal because somebody else is in their ear or they're being tampered. That's the real problem, is tampering. But then you look at it and you go, okay, I'm going to go in the transfer portal and I'm going to get a body that maybe struggles and isn't very good, but at least looks like a college football player. Because the high school kid I just brought in, especially on the lines, he's underdeveloped and he's not ready to play college football yet. He needs a redshirt year and probably another year of just practicing and like rotating in as a redshirt freshman before he can play for 3 years for me and start and ball. Like, that's what I did. I didn't redshirt, but I played some as a freshman, rotated in. I started from sophomore to senior year and left. Like, that is the fucking rotation that should be happening. And it's just not anymore because there's no development. There's no, and the other thing is the coaches are not being hired to develop anymore. They're being hired to manage. Like, that's one of the reasons I'm so glad that Coach Prime brought in Damian Lewis and fucking Warren Sapp and all these other guys to help. Because Warren's not just standing there taking notes. He's out there teaching 3 techniques, how to take double teams and uses their hands. I don't even see the other coach. Warren's not the head defensive line coach. He's the assistant. So like that you've got to find people to develop your talent, not just people to manage the transfer portal, because it seems like the only thing that matters in college football now is managing the goddamn transfer portal. And look, think about it like this. You get married or you're in love and like you and your girl are together. But you have to say every single fucking day. You have to say the same thing every day. You have to reaffirm every day. I don't care about doing it sometimes, but every day, every 5 minutes. Are you okay? Is everything okay? How do I keep you happy? How do I keep you around? Please don't leave. Eventually, the person that keeps saying that is going to be like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I begging someone to stay that doesn't want to be here? Obviously, they can say they want to be here all they want, but when nut cutting time comes, they're gone. So, I mean, that shit's played out. No one wants to be that guy. No one wants to be hey, please come play and stay for me. Don't leave me ever, please, Johnny. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's not some man shit.
Man, here's the only thing this is the issue I see, though. Like, if I was a commissioner, and we always talk about if we'd all be loaded. If I was a football commissioner, which I think the NCAA, if they're going to continue to be the governing body, which is a joke, we all know, if they're going to continue to be there before we actually do see the breakaway by the Power Fives, if the NCAA was still going to be there, which I think it'll be there at least next couple years, then if I was the commissioner, I believe if you're going to allow the transfer portal to be this wide open with no sort of restraint, constraint, restriction, whatever word you want to use, then you need to send them. If I was a commissioner, I send everybody in the portal to JUCO. You got to go JUCO 1 year and then get recruited. You got to go JUCO 1 year.
And you get to play.
Also, it's not just going to JUCO to say you're going to JUCO, Matt. You're going to JUCO for that year because it'll bring you back down to some sort of humble, having some humility, understanding that the dorms and the food and the city you're going to be in is a shithole, and you got to go through a grind. You got to deal with a motherfucker like me. It's
you don't get to go back to mommy's basement and sit there and get fucking Mom, meatloaf. No! That doesn't work like that.
I want to give you context real quick. This kid that's left Alabama, goes to Iowa, goes back to Alabama, who's now in the portal.
He don't know what to do.
I love Alabama got bitches in both.
And I got access to the portal still from friends of mine, and I'm like,
oh,
you know what it says next to his name?
What it say?
No contact.
No contact.
What?
So, this guy fucks. When he fucks, he elevates. No contact.
You can't contact him, Smitty. That means he's going to contact you. He's going to select what he believes where he wants.
This motherfucker here thinks he's Trent Williams right now.
Is what we created, Smitty. We created this.
You created it. You were a part of it.
This is you.
Not per se, but we did create it. The adults in the room have created this shit show. And
can y'all fix it?
I'm never gonna blame a kid, Smitty. I'm never gonna blame a kid that don't know what he don't know. And unfortunately, the adult in the room is too busy. We're too busy, Matt, kissing ass and begging them not to leave my program, Matt, when at the end of the day, they still leave. And now I lost all integrity.
Everyone's gone. And I just wasted a ton of time recruiting this fucking kid, too. And then he just left anyway. That's awesome. So look, you just said this, though. You said, what, that, like, you can't expect a kid not to fuck up? I agree with that. Kids fuck up a lot. But let me reiterate. In the information age, ignorance is a fucking choice.
Mm-hmm.
You are choosing to be uninformed. You are choosing not to have anybody on your side. You are choosing not to, not to be informed on what you're doing. You are choosing not to know how to speak football. You're choosing to stay in bed rather than fucking work. You're choosing the transfer portal and the illusion of NIL grandeur and fucking gifts. That's a choice. It is also a choice not to go on the portal. It's also a choice to go to class. It's also a choice to lift. It's also a choice to study. Yep. It's also a choice to overcome. These are all choices. So again, in the information age, ignorance is your choice. And if these kids want to, in my opinion, there's nothing worse than the guy or the girl, especially an athlete, that goes, you know what? It's someone else's fault. No, it's not. It's your fucking fault.
Yep.
You are, even in a team sense, you're in control, period. You are in control of how you act and what you do. And if you're gifted and talented, all you have to do is match that gift and that talent with your own consistency and not feed yourself self-sabotage. Like, don't sabotage. That's what I would say to Cremani McLean. Just sit him down and go, why are you sabotaging yourself? I don't care if you go in the transfer portal and you want to leave. I get it. Colorado's cold and it's different culturally, and you thought you were one of Coach Prime's guys, but it turned out that you weren't probably because of him, honestly. Judging by what Coach Prime said, he doesn't go to class and he doesn't work very hard, and he's got to care and all this other shit. I get it. I'm not mad at him for going to the portal, but I am worried that running from adversity is not really the way to go. I mean, I don't see how that's a good thing.
If I was a parent right now and I had a kid who was a college athlete, I would not allow that kid to transfer more than one time. Like, you got one little opportunity to be like, all right, I'm leaving because X, Y, and Z or whatever. All right, okay, cool. After that, I think I as a parent, and I get it, these are young men, so you gotta let them make their own decisions. But this shit's out of hand, man. Like, it's literally out of hand. I don't know no other solution other than a parent stepping in and be like, hey, son, you got to chill.
Smitty, what would you say to, like, Coach Prime's daughter went in the portal from basketball? And he was just like, that's stupid. He couldn't even stop his daughter from going.
I know. That's the crazy
thing. But what I'm saying is, like, you at some point, the 18-year-old adult, remember, if you can get drafted to storm a beach, you're an adult. I'm sorry, even if you don't act like one, you still are one.
But you can't even go to the fucking bar. That's crazy.
I agree. I'm not saying the rule's right, but they do get to make decisions.
Yeah.
Where the parents, when Nick turns 18 and he looks at me and goes, whatever he says, I'm going to go do this. I can say, maybe you shouldn't. But if he goes, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm a man. I'll go, okay. Consequences and repercussions abide, bro. Like, be prepared.
Don't say I didn't warn you, right?
As devil's advocate,
consequences are there, so make good decisions.
As devil's advocate, I'm actually defending Deion Sanders on this one. Like, him losing his daughter, from what I've looked into, I've been there, done that. The daughter is actually, I think, the first wife's kid, and I think she probably pulled her and said, hey, fuck that. Deion's telling you to do this, this, and this. It was okay when you went there, but now all of a sudden the mama's involved, and I can see that happening because I've been.
You don't want mamas involved,
and the mama gets involved, and then you got a whole thing, Matt. You already know the situation. I know the situation, so I'm not there. I don't know why she left, but it sounds like there's a baby mama involved and an issue there that's deeper than what we know, and that's always a concern.
I also don't think. From what I saw, I don't think she was playing a lot either, though, honestly. Like, on a separate note.
She's young. She's like a freshman.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
And if they're a Sweet 16 team, like, how about we stick around and develop?
That's my point, Smitty. Yeah. Like, Deion straight up says that's stupid for her to leave. Yeah. He said it. He goes, "It's stupid."
Like, that's the thing. He's the king of the transfer portal, and he can't even convince his own daughter to stay out of it because he.
But he's like, "That's stupid," and I would tell all parents to say to their kids, "Find a place first," and all this. That's what I think he said.
Something like that, or have a team.
Well, I don't think in my heart of hearts that Coach Prime really likes the transfer portal. I think that he really would prefer it to be the way it used to be. But when you walk in and you adopt a 1-11 program with the biggest fucking point differential in maybe college football history the year before on getting their ass beat, and things have been bad for as long as they have, and you walk in and you're expected to change immediately, and you know that you can facilitate that change with your own players from Jackson State that were outstanding, but then using your name, image, and likeness and your fame and everybody that you know to improve everything. I'd be mad at him if he didn't do it. I can't get mad at him for doing it. He's using his resources and the tools that are available to him. Like people that are mad about the social media and the videoing and all that, that's some old man get off my lawn shit. That's not going to age very well. Okay. But I will say this. I think in his heart of hearts, he'd prefer it to be the way it used to be: recruit, develop, do your thing, earn your money. He wants the guys to get paid, but earn it, be under contract, have some consistency, overcome adversity. But that is not the way that it's set up. Coach Prime didn't start the transfer portal and NIL, folks. He's dealing with it just like everyone else is. He just has the tools to approach it differently. And if the other coaches tried to do what Coach Prime does, all right, like, have you ever seen Tropic Thunder at the beginning of it when Jack Black is like at the beginning and he's talking to the guy and he bites the microphone and spits it at him. He goes, "Fuck you! You can't do what I do."
Right.
That's what Coach Prime should say. Every time they put a mic in his face, he should bite it, spit it out, and go, "Man, fuck y'all! You can't do what I do."
Right. That's some real shit. That's some real shit, man. That's some real shit.
They hate him because they ain't him.
They hate him because they ain't him. They hate him because they ain't him. You know what I mean? It's exactly how it was in the movie, man.
Matt,
So, I
Smitty
love
is trolling
I love
you.
that.
Matt, Smitty is trolling you.
that.
This motherfucker has never seen Tropic Thunder.
You've never seen Tropic Thunder, Schmitty?
No, he thought it was the fucking tropics from the movie with Will Ferrell.
Tropics, idiot. You've never seen Tropic Thunder, Schmitty?
No.
Dog, come on, man. That's maybe one of the funniest movies in the history of movies.
It is probably.
Is it on Amazon right now? Like, where can I watch it tonight? I want to watch it tonight.
Any of the streaming
anywhere.
Smitty,
a guy played a black guy.
I know.
Iron Man.
Smitty, you're black. A guy played a black guy. You have to watch it. Like,
you didn't know that there's another guy.
You wouldn't even know, though. Like, that's the thing.
This guy going to be the other guy playing the other guy.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen every.
I'm just a dude dressed up as another dude playing another dude.
And since we're laughing real quick before we move on to another topic, we did find the meatball character, Matt, that you were referring to, and here it is.
Hey, look at Jeff, dude, looking all sad, one tooth.
Hey, my name Meatwad. That's how I used to talk. My name Meatwad. What's your name?
I love you, Jeff. You're the man. I just thought I'd talk a little shit this morning. Since
hey,
you
Matt,
love trolling me.
Matt, what do you think about this?
First and foremost, I would like to thank God for giving me this chance and opportunity to play in Boulder. I would like to thank all the CU staff members and most definitely give a special thanks to Coach Livingston for all the knowledge you've taught me in a short span of time, and a special thanks to the players. After all late night thoughts and great gathered ideas, I have decided to enter the transfer portal with 4 years of my eligibility left. Thanks to the University of Boulder, Colorado, and all the fans.
No mention of Deion Sanders is ironic to me.
So usually when you're young and your ego's through the roof and you're a turd, that's all that does to me is scream turd. I'm sorry. Maybe he didn't get what he was promised, but he damn sure didn't earn it. I don't know, bro. I have a really hard time listening to that and not thinking that the kid is a prima donna.
Yeah. Then his mom came out and said, "Thanks, Deion, and thanks, Boulder."
Well, thanks, Mom. I'm glad she's getting involved.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, listen, Shador.
You don't want your mom involved. Like, I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson and his mom are an enigma. Like that, it doesn't work like that usually. If your mom is calling your coach in college, that ain't good. That is not good. That ain't good. You do not want your mama calling the coach.
Shador and Shaun said it best, man. The other day they had like a little post practice, whatever interview or whatever you're gonna call it. They said, "Listen, if you're not playing here in Boulder, man, it's you. Like you're gonna get an opportunity to play here. If you a baller, you're gonna ball. If you're doing things the right way, you're going to play. If you're not playing, you know why." And he said, "Listen, a lot of you guys on the outside, you only see our highlights and stuff like that we show, but you don't know what's really going on internally." He's like, "Trust me, the people who are leaving, people who are not playing, there's a reason for it."
Yeah,
and I respect that.
They should leave. Like addition by subtraction is a real thing, folks.
Yep. I told JB
addition
that.
by subtraction is a real thing. Getting rid of somebody that brings down the room and is always sad and doesn't want to be there. What we talked about at the beginning of the show is we go full circle here. This circle. Charlie Offerdahl taking McCaskill's job. Like, big running back, got all the tangible things, but maybe doesn't do things right all the time because he can get away with it. Well, Charlie does things right all the time, and he's not as good and not as big, but he's consistent and he appreciates his opportunity a little bit more. Yeah. Well, maybe that's the guy they're looking for. I don't know, man. It's hard to wade through we've got to sell the program and present it correctly through the transfer portal to do business over here. It's hard to have that like facade up and that that's the framework of your program and like what you show people, and then also be in the development business. And also be in the we're here for the kid business. I don't know how you do both, bro. I don't know how you manage we're here to win games. We're going to use the transfer portal and it's a business, but we're also going to keep the kids' best interest in mind, because the funniest thing to me about the NFL is when they use the word family. It drives me fucking crazy. We're a family, dog. I love you. I'll kill for you, motherfucker. I'd be like, well, I'm part of the family if I make second contract, dog. Maybe, but I ain't part of the family. This is a fucking business. Next week I could get picked up by your rival, and then I'm part of their family. Usually college, you get to pick. The NFL, they pick you. You don't get to pick where you go. That's the difference.
Yeah. This is unbelievable, the shit I'm seeing right now. But what's going on? Nah, just the world. Kids hitting teachers and all this crazy shit that people send me. I want to go undercover, Matt, and to get Netflix to do it. I want to go undercover as a teacher. And then I want these shitbirds that are hitting teachers. I want them to come up and try to hit me, and I'm just gonna choke the fuck out of them.
I'll tell you what we should do.
You're gonna be the TA in the back of the room, and Smitty's gonna be like the security in the hall. It's all gonna be on Netflix. We're gonna be it's gonna be called Undercover Teacher. I don't know what it's gonna be called.
I say we should do is we should get fucking Netflix to come do a show at the gym. Oh yeah,
JB and Netflix ain't are y'all still cool? Y'all friends, or are you kind of mad at them, JB?
Or they fuck them?
JB supposed to be a billionaire right now based upon the numbers on that show.
Yeah, they made billions of dollars off my name. I haven't made anything. I need to borrow money from Smitty to pay my mortgage this month. So
JB, let me ask you this: what would you do differently knowing what you know now? Because you probably just said no better at that time, like what to sign and what to do. What would you do differently?
I didn't know. I was a coach, Smitty. I wasn't an actor.
Right. So what would you do differently?
I would have got a talent agent, and we would have signed a contract that I get this amount of money, and I would have been put as an executive producer on the credits, which they should have did out of the good faith of their fucking souls, that they knew how much money this show was going to make and how they were going to fuck me and blackball me. So not only did they blackball me in coaching, they blackballed me in my money on the money that they made. So I would say, yeah, that's what I would do.
And most EPs get 20 to 25% too. So you would got crazy money.
Speaking of talent agencies, Big Matt just got signed to Diamond Sky's talent agency. What?
What?
I got it, sports. I got a fucking media agent.
What is it?
Diamond Skies, baby, here in Denver. Yep. I got to sign the contract today. Sports marketing. What does it say? Yeah.
Sound it out. Sound it out.
Media connections and shit. They get a percentage. I get a percentage. Everything rolls. So we're rolling. Things are good.
You eat what you kill.
That's right, baby.
I love
Good job. Good job.
Yeah,
well,
man.
I got to
they found me, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Man, I love it, man. Matt, before you go, any big plans this weekend, man? Are you hanging out? You chilling? What you got going on?
We've got the Nugs tip off tomorrow night against the Lakers. So I'm
taking the Lakers.
I'm taking the Lakers to game one.
No
for
shit,
sure.
you guys are taking the fucking Lakers.
I'm taking the Lakers.
I already lost once. Am I ever going to get my?
I'm taking the Lakers to win the series.
The Lakers are not winning the fucking. Okay, look. What are we
bet
betting
right
on?
now? Bet right now.
What are we betting?
$100. I owe you anyway. $100.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so $100 from both of you.
Well, hold on.
Come on, Smitty, you broke motherfucker. You can't.
I'm broke as shit. I'm broke as fuck.
Got $100?
Nope.
Me and JB bet you're not going to get in on it. Then you can't talk shit.
You ain't gonna get me, motherfucker. I'm from the hood. You ain't gonna get me.
Yeah, so watch the Nugs, watch basketball. I fucking love the NBA playoffs. Those guys play hard as fuck. So in the playoffs. So I'm going to do that, and we've got sessions, on Twitch all day tomorrow morning, and Sunday yoga, and just back to it, man. Every day is a new adventure in here at 6.
Sunday what?
Yoga, baby. Every morning. Every Sunday we do yoga in this place. We have for years. Why? You can't athletes.
Oh, you do it with your guys.
No, I don't do fucking yoga, meathead. I do yoga for the players. The
great job.
Yoga instructor, the great yoga geek.
I thought you and your girl went out somewhere and did yoga.
Yeah, I'm going.
Hold on.
I'm going to the mountains, and I'm going to do the fucking downward facing dog at 4 in the fucking morning on the flat irons.
That's what I
Matt,
thought.
I've done yoga. I've done yoga with my wife before.
I'm not
outside.
Okay, guys. I just was saying that we have yoga in here on Sunday morning. You two fucking weirdos.
You probably need some yoga for them stiff ass hips. It'll help you.
My hips are I got baby making hips. God damn it, my hips are they rotate like a fucking like a tether ball, homie. My hips are like a tether ball. All right, back that ass, and it just starts fucking spinning.
I used to do yoga with my players, so I did gymnastics and yoga. Greatest thing for life. Greatest thing for life.
JB used to be on the balance beam and shit, walking and shit, doing.
But if you can get your tackles to learn ballerina, you have an NFL guy. FYI.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying we got yoga on Sunday.
I thought you were doing it.
Fuck, dog.
All right, Matt. Have a good one, Matt. Good weekend.
JB, you have a good day.
My name is Wop.
Hey, you guys have a good day. Go Nugs. Fuck your face.
All right, fuck you too.
Hey, man, I got to take a piss, get a coffee. Jeff Nadu's on next. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member. Become a member of the Sit Down Pod, Crime Pod, and also on TikTok and YouTube. His channel is back, and we'll have Jeff in to have some free game for the next hour. Leah, everybody else, don't go nowhere. We'll be back.
Leah, why you say Leah?
Here, this is the infamous one of the palm trees at Ash 8.
Can't fucking believe you. See this fucking belt? You see this? Who just eats a whole fucking palm tree, man? You guys are fucking shitting. Just fucking unearthed the motherfucker. Ate the whole fucking thing. Like, who eats a whole fucking palm tree? Like, you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Now, let's check now. Who did it? I'm gonna look at the fucking camera. Who fucking did it? Sit down.
Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Now, do we understand each other? Excuse me. There is no more fucking up palm trees. I'm tired of spending all this money, and now I've created a whole fucking barricade for you. So I don't want to have to dig this bitch out. I'm fucking dead. I'm old. My back hurts. I'm fucking stiff as a porn dick. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down. Now, you come over here with me. Come on. Here's what I had to do to fucking stop you. And I got a better, beautiful, bigger tree. So now we are shitting in tall grass. Replanted it, bitch. Soiled it up. Put a little trellis in here.
Put a bunch of fucking stones, look like Stonehenge around this bitch. And now, Ash, are you gonna fucking try to dig this bitch out? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do this again? So I had to. Ash, remember this? Remember you ate this? Did you do this? He ate once. I put this little moat around it, and just a sitting area. Come over here. We got the flat stick basketball court and driving range. So if everyone can pull out the big dog, that's our net. All we do is just slap down our driving range, you know. Bam, swing away. And that's where we swing into the net. Jimmy crack corner on this hoop. And here's my RV parking, where I park the whips. Let's take you out and show you a few. Out these double gates, I'll show you a few cars. Come on out. So right here, of course, is the bad boy. The last year they made this Cadillac EXT, one of a kind. Can't find these anywhere. And then you come out here, you got the 650i, BMW, rag top, 500 to the rear, white interior. You know, you can't beat it. This is my baby though, my truck. Full sound, custom sound system in both. Top notch, only as I do. And obviously, this is my crib. Oops. All right, that's JB's cribs. Appreciate you jumping by, coming by. Listen, it's time to go. Now take your asses and get the hell out of here. I'm about to go cook some slapstick tri-tip. It's been a pleasure. Now go home. Peace. Get to look down on the property. That'll do it. Real close JB's cribs. Peace. What up? All right, we're back. First of all, I love the dick riders. Those Cadillac trucks are everywhere. Really? No, they're not. And that's not an Avalanche fucking big whiskey. You fuck boys are unbelievable. They're not everywhere. Go find me one then. Because if you find one that's not a shitbird pack of shit, the last year they made that truck, go find it. Under 50 grand. Go show me one and tell me and send it to me. Low miles, no body work, no issue, no rust. Send me one. Know it all fuck. And an Avalanche is only about 70 grand cheaper. So, yeah, I agree. An Avalanche isn't a truck. It's also not a Cadillac EXT. You fucking idiot. So, we're back. This is Coach AB Show with my main man, Jeff Nadu, joining us. Jeff, do you do a live show, Jeff?
I do, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking go in your thing today and troll the fuck out of it.
Well, I don't always do live shows. I did a few this week. You missed them, Mo. Guess you'll have to try next week.
I will. I'm gonna fuck with you.
But seriously, can you be that delusional of the guy that you just had on? I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, can you again play that ridiculous rant by Deion Sanders? Hey, Deion, yeah, that reporter didn't watch practice. You don't fucking let reporters watch practice.
You're losing some guys. Well, what are you looking for to reestablish? What position at the portal?
I wish you guys do a little more homework when you start talking about the portal and understand what we losing.
People
what are we losing? I got time today.
Clearly you do. You're not out there recruiting anyone. So, I mean, but
I started
seriously,
the show,
I mean,
Jeff.
it's not like you're losing no one's either. You're losing starters.
I started the show off because he said, I think we may have some people on campus this weekend, and then my recruiting team I have faith in. I never heard of that ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I've never heard of those two things go hand in hand when you're the head coach. Usually the head coach is the guy that sets the tone when it comes to recruiting. And they just lost their D end this morning. Listen, I just don't like the way college football is right now. I don't like college basketball, college football. It's just the whole thing is fucked up. It is what it is. But
hey, Darius, you shitbird. Cormani McLean didn't start, idiot. What about Alton McCaskill, idiot? What about them, moron?
That's
There's
my
too
guy.
much turnover. People are leaving in droves. It's like a fucking country like Venezuela. Everyone's leaving, dude. You can't keep anybody. That's not normal. Listen, I'm going to say it right now. On April 19th, North Dakota State will beat Colorado week 1. And it will be more of an embarrassment that a fucking D1 AA team just beat Big Bad Colorado.
Let's bet $50 right now.
What's that?
Bet me $50 right now on the show.
Okay, whatever you want. You name the price, bro.
Shake my
But
head.
listen, are all the celebrities going to be there lined up to see that ass kicking? No. I love how Matt never actually addresses the problem. It's always, we're going to do it with walk-ons. I mean, Matt, seriously? Come on, dude. I mean, I don't even play foot. And then you know what Matt does? Matt always does so. You didn't play football, meatball. Matt, you're fatter than I am. What are you talking about?
well, he's like 7 inches taller.
And he got a lot of muscle too.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying. Come on, man. You can't talk about. I mean, you're talking about winning 10 games. How are you going to win 10 games with fucking walk-ons?
We gonna find out. They going 8-4 next year.
Here's the issue I have. This is the whole thing about this
8-4
Colorado thing. I gotta get you two on the show at the same time. Here's the thing: you've got these guys transferring at all-time rate. This guy, to me, this is something that I want to talk about. This kid left. He didn't say anything about Deion Sanders, the coach that he apparently went there for, because that's what it was when he signed. I'm going there because Coach Prime is the best corner ever. I play corner. I want to be coached by the greatest ever. Do you remember that, Smitty? That's what it was when he signed there a short time ago.
Yep.
Now he didn't even mention his name. He didn't mention his name as he leaves the place. So I'm just trying to find out or figure out, we're seeing mass exoduses everywhere. I'm not going to just point out Colorado, but it's just more visual because they make it visual. So I'm just trying to figure out why there's some issue there where people aren't mentioning his name really on their way out. And I see his kids actually talk more about the program than Coach.
Hey, Coach Brown, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a coach in the history of coaching that wears his own merchandise?
No, that's what
That's like his name. I mean, seriously.
I've already said it's not. I've never heard him say University of Colorado ever. I've only heard Prime.
Yeah, look at that. Look at his overalls. It's insane.
Well, I'm telling you, I've been saying this to Matt for 2 years.
Y'all reaching though, man. I hear you. It's unorthodox.
Have you seen it?
Prime University, though.
Some shit just
you
like.
agree to that.
It'd be different if it was working, though, Smitty.
Well, we don't even know yet. It's just been for 1 year.
Smitty.
I don't know yet. Like we're judging the entirety of.
No, we do know. They didn't win
1 year.
4 games.
Right. So it wasn't a great first year. But again, this season will tell me a lot. Put it like that.
No,
they go out here and they win
will.
4 games again. I'm gonna go at them the same way.
But Schmitty,
talk to me.
What we do is we talk about things right now, and right now it looks like a fucking shit fest there.
But I also have enough like just experience and knowledge of playing the game to where I understand that there's a process. When I went to Ball State year before I got there, it was a whole new coaching staff that got there. If you look, I got the Ball State in 2012. We had a whole new coaching staff got there, I think, in 2011. The team went from, I think went from 4-8. They went to 6-6. My freshman year, I get there, we go 9-3, and we went 10-2. New coaching staff, it takes time to build, is all I'm saying. So, yeah, they won 4 games last year, but also the year before that, they only won 1 game. Not only did they only win 1 game, they had like Matt alluded to earlier, they had the biggest loot margin that we've ever seen in history. Meaning not only are they losing, they're getting their ass kicked. And I know what JB's going to say. Well, year before that, they won 4-5. I get all that. All I'm saying is it was an improvement from 1 to 4. Boom. All right, bet. Not a good season, not nothing for us to get all excited and happy about. This year, you had a full year under your belt. You've gotten big-time players in for the O-line, there's some other weapons. Now let's see it. That's why I'm predicting they're going to win 7 to 8 games. If they don't do it, then it's a problem.
First of all, they're in the Big 12 this year, which is going to be tougher. Number 2, what will be, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the fans of this team or the fanboys per se. What will be the excuse then? Because Dion's gone. I mean, Matt's really tough. I would love, as an Eagle fan, to see that hack down in Dallas. I mean, the blind leading the blind. Holy shit. I mean, you got Jerry Jones, who is like the fucking crypt keeper. He doesn't know how to do anything correctly. And then you got him coming in, that nonsense. I would love that as a fan.
Well, I actually defend Jerry Jones. I actually think he's done a hell of a job of now. Obviously, the marketing.
Yeah, he hasn't won in 30 years.
Yeah, but at some point, the players got to do. Like, look at that team though. And I don't want to switch the conversation too much, but like the Cowboys have everything they need from a talent standpoint. They're not fucking doing it. He has a Super Bowl winning head coach. He has a fucking all-pro quarterback. He has all-pro wide receiver, all-pro defensive ends, another Pro Bowl defensive end. Like, they got guys all over the field, but at some point though, guys got to go out there and make plays. So it's kind of hard to put all the blame on Jerry. I look at other organizations and they don't even sniff this type of level of success that the Cowboys sniff. Bless you, JB. So I don't know, man. Again, you're right, man. So far, the hype for Coach Prime in Colorado in year 1 was way overblown. We were just excited because it's fucking Deion Sanders. Now I feel like shit is kind of balanced out. This year 2 to me is going to tell the true story of who he truly is. It reminds me of the Jalen Hurts stuff in a separate way. Jalen Hurts had that one really good coming out year. It was like, oh my God, people were saying he's a top 5 quarterback. He's this, that, and third. The next year, which was his last season, kind of played average, if I'm being honest. Oftentimes that second year of you either as a player or a coach, to me, is more of the reality check of who you honestly are and who you will be. So this year for me is big. Like, Deion got to go out there and prove it. Spotlight's on. He wanted the spotlight. He's constantly going on podcast interviews, all this, all that. I get it. I don't have a problem with it as long as you win. So he has to go out there and win.
Also, remember, last year, someone made this point in the chat. They won 4 games. They played fucking DeVry University and Texas School of the Deaf in the first 2 weeks. I mean, this year you play North Dakota State, you play at Nebraska. Okay, you got to play, Baylor. Those are 3 or 4 games out of the gate that are way better than the opponents you had last year. What happens if they lose week 1? Seriously, to a non-Division 1 team. I mean, that might be the most embarrassing thing yet.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's not going to be a cakewalk unless they're just that talented, because that's a program that's a program. So
North Dakota State has upset people often. Like, they're
right.
legit.
But I'm just saying, on paper, and I just said I think they're going to beat them.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to dive into it. Florida lost a big-time commit. He's been committed all the way since January. He just decommitted. He holds 49 offers. That's a huge loss for Florida in that program. It's interesting, to say the least. This whole transfer portal thing is crazy.
Jeff, how you feel about your 76ers real quick? I know we don't talk a lot of basketball with you, but your 76ers, man, they went ahead and they won in the play-in. Now they're going against the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think y'all can win that series, if I'm being honest.
Calling them my 76ers, bit of a stretch.
Okay.
I can't tell you I've watched a fucking game this season.
Never mind then.
Yeah, no. Look, no, and this is the thing. I'm so sick of this team as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I'm tired. I just don't have the same interest. I think Joel Embiid's the problem. I think he'll be the problem. I know he's a great player, but it hasn't translated to much, right? You had to struggle and claw to even win a play-in game. And you got there, you won, but Knicks are tough. Jalen Brunson's tough. That's a good basketball team. So I don't know. I just don't have the interest. I'll be honest. Several of the things Matt said. I love the Nuggets. I'm a big Jokic guy, and yous are nuts. The Lakers ain't beating the Nuggets. Don't waste your money on that. What'd you say, Jamie?
Let's bet.
Okay, what do you want to bet?
$100.
I'll bet you $500. Whatever you want.
On the series or the game one? What do you guys bet?
On the series.
Series.
At even money. Done.
I'm taking Lakers to win the series.
At even money?
Lakers have no shot winning in the final series against them. They have.
See, this is where I feel bad. I mean, JB, you realize that's a horrifically bad bet, right? I mean,
yeah, like you might as well just give me that $100 for all the work I put in on this show. If you're gonna just waste fucking money like that,
you can't. But you say it all the time, Matt, Jeff. You got to go against the money.
But it got to make sense.
But again,
it can't just be like crazy.
You can't just bet every number.
By the way, this is not the Denver team from last year. I'm sorry, this is not the same team. This is not.
But, they won the title last year.
I know
they were like a half a game from being the number 1 seed again. Like
this is not that team. I'm telling you, this is not that team. They are not the same team. Bruce Brown is a huge problem.
And the Lakers not as good as they were last year either, JB.
Bruce Brown defended the perimeter, and if D'Lo is hot like he is, it's going to be a completely different series. I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah, they may win a game or two, but
we'll see. I'm only going to bet them because
I think Lakers win tomorrow.
No, I don't think they'll win tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
See, what they'll probably do is they'll win one game and then get swept.
Yeah, I mean, gentleman's sweep. And I'm a Lakers fan.
They win one game in their house. Maybe not game one, but
hey, Jeff, we got you for 35 minutes. Let me dive in. I'm going to dive into a bunch of shit here. I want to dive into, first of all, this fucking clown who I wanted to make sure we give the same clown energy to. This guy right here, Michael Parsons. Do you think that
you call him a clown now?
Yeah, he's a clown.
That's strong.
Do you think that the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, the organization, is real happy to see this guy taking body shots from a pro boxer? And then I can't wait for Smitty to defend him.
That's nothing.
Because Smitty doesn't realize he wasn't born yet. When we signed contracts in the NFL back in the day, we could not ride a motorcycle, jet ski,
basketball.
Couldn't do any of that stuff. Nowadays, people forget about those things because it actually mattered to the organization that gave a bunch of money to people. But Smitty's just now in this player empowerment era that we live in, so the players should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
He's reaching. He's reaching.
I'm not going to defend or not defend. I'm just going to ask you a question. What's the point of that? I don't like. I'm trying to understand. What's
lot should we do for no point? He wanted to see it. He's doing a challenge online for social media, or whatever. Because he wants to do it. Ain't no for what. He wants to do it. He's a grown ass man. He wants to do it.
He just started jumping.
I've had a boxer do that to me. A small dude, a boxer do that. Shout out my guy Scrappy. Scrappy fighting this weekend.
Skydiving. Would you be all right with that?
No, but he's not skydiving, is he? So why are we trying to use a very extreme example to a fucking straw weight punching him in his abs?
Well, he just wanted to cut his arm off. He just wanted to see what happened.
There you go.
But I'm just saying, what's the point?
Ain't nothing wrong with what Micah just did. He's not fucking injured. He didn't break no ribs. This is a little fucking far away. Hit him in his abs.
What if he did?
Yeah.
He didn't.
But I know how he wouldn't not get hit by a pro boxer. Never do that. I know that's when he wouldn't.
Okay, Micah, you know what? Don't drive. Don't do nothing. Because you can get, if you drive, you could get an accident. If you go outside and don't walk. If you walk, you could twist your ankle. Don't do anything. Don't do nothing.
So
go home, send a fucking bubble and just meditate. Just hibernate all off season until it's time.
Why not just be normal and just not do shit?
Y'all kill me. Y'all the two most reaching.
Why do you stick up for every player regardless of what they do?
This is
how
bullshit.
Are you defending
this is nothing. It's
I just
nothing.
want to know how you're defending.
It shouldn't be on the show. Whoever decided to put that on the show is tripping.
I did it. I want to know why you defend that idiotic move for a guy that gets $100 million.
Not idiotic. It's nothing. Like some
shit. It's not idiotic.
Some shit just playful. Like y'all take stuff too serious. That's a straw weight. That's not Mike Tyson punched him in the fucking rib. Come on,
matter.
It do matter.
Smitty, He bowed out. What are you talking about? He got hit right here. One time. Bow, okay? He's done.
Look at him. He's
laughing.
He gets his second
laughing.
hit.
And then he went right back and hit him.
He gets his second hit, and then it's this guy's turn to do a second hit.
That's the challenge they're doing. He said, I'm done. Yeah, okay. It's over.
Such a flyweight. Why did he want the second hit?
Over. Like, that was the whole point of the fucking challenge. We go back and forth and see.
If he can't hit hard, why is he didn't want the second hit?
Nobody said he couldn't hit hard. I'm saying, I said it matters in this situation. It's not like he's going to get some fucking Deontay Wilder where one punch could literally fucking destroy you. That one punch is not going to fucking.
But Smitty,
when he's looking at it, he's flexing his core. Stop, y'all.
What do we have to gain by doing that?
Nothing, fucking Jeff. But there's a lot of shit we do. We don't have shit to gain.
Sounds like he cares
what do you have to gain commenting in the comments all day about Matt? Nothing at all. But you wanted to do it because you're a grown ass man and you can do that shit.
That adds to the show. It's a benefit to the show.
It made the show worse. It made the show worse.
But you stick up for every player regardless of what they do.
No,
he's just not getting drunk, and then he might get home.
You must not watch the show, Jack, because that's just what you just said. I'm sorry, it's just a false statement. It's just a lie. I can't let you lie on this show. On another show, you can do it. Now on this show, you can't do it.
So does he not, JB?
I defend every player, no matter what they do.
You've defended Dion, all the player, everything today. You've defended.
I defend shit that were like when we're reaching about certain things. It's like again, and
I'm not reaching. It has not. I'm not going to go out and jump off my garage. There's no reason.
But who jumped off a garage?
He got hit by a professional dude.
Let me show you guys. You're proving my point. You continue to use extreme examples to prove your point. Instead of just stating what actually happened, because what actually happened wasn't anything. So you keep having to use, what if I jump from a bridge and I fell and I drowned myself and I jumped? Like, no, that didn't happen, Jeff.
I don't know. He looks like pretty fucked after that punch.
Yeah, he's done. His career is over. He can't play all this.
Could have been though.
Hey, Smitty, I just want to know when this does flip on him on the other side, when we see this guy doing podcasts all year that you and I talked about on this show, when is it gonna be like, all right, dog, I've seen enough of your fucking antics? Like, I just want to know when that happens. Because if let's say the guy does get hurt, what if he did break? By the way, Steve Kim's on the show many times and said size doesn't mean nothing when you know where to hit someone. That looked like he knew right where to hit that motherfucker. I mean, he put him out of his fucking. He's sure holding his shit. I don't know.
I'd love to know what Jarrett's thinking about that. He probably saw that and almost croaked. There's just no point of it.
He already wants out.
Point in that.
They already saying they don't even want him in the locker room. I don't know. What is your take on this, Jeff? Caitlin Clark blocked AB on Twitter.
He's a fucking moron as well.
This guy is right there with, I agree with Smitty. He's right there with Ryan Garcia. I don't know if you've seen what Ryan Garcia said yesterday, but like this guy, Ryan Garcia, came out.
These guys are on drugs.
Did you see Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, he's another lunatic.
So do you really think he's a lost cause? Bailey, you got the video I sent you, Bailey?
You guys just say shit to say it. There's no.
Bailey, you got the video of Ryan Garcia.
These are cool. This is funny.
Lord, thank you, Jesus. 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 Thank you, Jesus.
I put my dick in your mouth, bitch. Ryan,
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, it's just. This is celebrated in this society. These
Wait, what's the context?
He's a troll.
Somebody said something to him in the audience. I don't know what they said, but they said something and that made him respond that way. But just the fact that he went from "thank you, Jesus" to immediately to that. It's kind of what JB does on this show. Like he'll be calm and out of nowhere he'll spaz out. He'll come back. So I don't know, man.
I want to dive in. I want to use Jeff here real quick for a breakdown on some crime pods.
Hey, let me ask you something, Coach. How much cocaine did that clown do before that press conference? I mean, he looks like fucking Tony Montana out there.
I don't know, but I want to get into a crime pod. So apparently Whitlock has a beef going on with this guy. But yeah, of course.
It'll be 6 years and 2 months. June 18th. But Shug, you know, going
Shug called
back
in.
to
Shug Knight called in.
Saying my
give a little context. Shug Knight calls in, collect. and it became an hour show. And this guy flipped on the record button and recorded it. I need to get Suge on this show now.
A loyalty
It should be
West
easy
Coast,
call, right?
With, you know, what you want to give back to the folks on West Coast. A lot of this stuff started off with East Coast, West Coast, right? And I'm a kid that grew up in LA. I went to Glendale High School. I'm a Glendale High School kid.
I don't. Okay, there's a difference. I wouldn't say it started off as East Coast, West Coast. Yeah, we was competitive against each other and everywhere else. But rhyming started on the East Coast. They was rhyming like a motherfucker. You know, they was, you know, get the shirt green, your hat red, whatever. You know, they was rhyming, and they was good at it. We became the storytellers of stuff. And then about time I got in the business, on the West Coast business, well, I got in it before, but by the time I made my mark, it was about doing something representing the West Coast. Because
he goes on to say, basically talks about P. Diddy, 50, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie's murders. Like, he goes on and talks about it. It's an hour-long interview if you guys are going to go watch it. We can't show it all, obviously. It's just long. But Suge's in jail. Do you know anything about his incarceration, and will he ever get out?
Probably not. I mean, he's pretty old at this point, I would think. I don't know how old he is. I would say 60-ish.
He's
a striker, no?
He's about 7 years older than me. About 55, 56.
He's 59. My apologies.
59, yeah.
He's a 3-striker, though, right? I want to say he is.
I don't know, but I thought the 3-strike rule only in California was violent crime only. I thought that was.
Suge Knight belongs in prison. He's a very dangerous individual. We've seen that time and time again with this guy. He hit 2 people and just left, ran them over.
Yeah, but that's a big beef going on.
What you saying?
Beef start, affecting the public.
Jay was like, no, that's a beef. It's all good.
What I mean is, one of the guys had a gun, Smitty, that he rushed the car with. What are you supposed to do? Get shot?
Well, that's what he says. But he's lied a lot in his life. He's lied a lot in his career. We can't believe anything he says. So
yeah.
And it was proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he hit him on purpose. I think you got 30 years. Probably got another 15-ish until he gets parole. And
he had 30 years. I didn't know his sentence was that long. Damn,
28 years. Yeah,
I didn't know it was that long. Damn,
28. And the reason I asked Jeff is because you break these things down all the time. Here's the issue:
it's a wrap.
We've seen guys get out fucking for doing more in less time.
But remember, he's not eligible. He's not eligible for parole until 2034. So he's got 10 more years mandatory. And then he gets to see a parole board to which he may or may not get out, which he likely won't due to the fact that he has multiple felonies and he's been in prison multiple times. So, I mean, and he's 60 now. So he's got at least 10 more years. So he's 70. He's going to be pretty old. But again, remember, he is also very influential. There's a guy, Larry Hoover. You guys know who Larry Hoover is. Larry Hoover's been in prison for decades and probably will never get out because the federal government believe he is still very influential to gang members. Even though he's very old and probably has no standing really in the gang anymore, he still could be very, very influential to people. And I think Suge could be as well. I think he's probably a danger to society regardless. I don't think he'll ever get out.
Ignorant perspective on Suge in the car confrontation. Really? But I know all parties involved. I know every single fucking human being. I grew up with every single human that was involved in the Suge Knight incident, by the way. Clee Stone, if you go watch the movie Training Day, is someone I grew up with as well, you fucking morons. Some of you just need to shut the fuck up. You have no clue about what I'm talking about or who they are. So just shut the fuck up. God damn.
Also remember, too, when Suge was under indictment, he sent threatening messages to a citizen, a regular person, saying he was going to kill him and stuff. I mean, he's a pretty bad guy. I mean, he ain't getting it.
Me and him are tight. We've been tight forever. So I
want
him out.
I'm just saying, I don't see it.
I want him out.
That's his best friend. I agree.
I want him out. You know why? Because no, it's a joke though. If he did something fucked up, I don't want him. But here's the thing though, like Motherfuckers defend these fucking shitbird rappers every day that do some stupid ass shit, and they sit there and defend it. Free Kodak, shut the fuck up. This motherfucker's a criminal. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. Don't do the time. You can't do the crime. Don't do the crime. You can't do the time. Like I'm tired of these fucks that say, "Oh, free them." Like,
right, but JD, all I'm saying is
menace to society. We got too many out here right now.
But this guy is not, one-time criminal. He just did something bad one time. This guy is a serial felon. I mean, he has been arrested multiple times. He shot at people. He's run people over. He is a bad guy, and prisons were made for him.
Damn, prisons were made for him. That's a
correct.
Jeff,
I tell you the same thing.
Another note, Jeff, you're living in a city that's very similar in this regard, but Governor Newsom came out.
We need to hold folks to account. But we'll do it in a thoughtful and judicious way. We're not going back to the way things were in the 80s and 90s, at least not while I'm here.
You guys are really awesome. Thank you so much for your business. Thank you so much.
We want to go after those organized teams of folks. Enforcement is critical. Accountability is critical. And let me just make this point. There's no free ride. You can't smash a window.
Little context. He just came out yesterday and said that he's going to put $280 million towards smash and grab defense. And in 2021, when everybody was wearing a fucking mask, he put $300 million towards smash and grab defense. How well did that work out? There's no way that money
that's going to somebody's account.
Yeah, man. Because and by the way, those aren't organized crime families doing the fucking smash and grabs, Jeff. Please break that down for me. These are regular fucking idiot kids, 17 to 23-year-olds running around LA and everywhere, Philadelphia and fucking Chicago, robbing these stores. It ain't.
But look at the reason.
Whole deal.
But ask yourself why this is happening, and it's not hard to understand. The only places this goes on are places that allow it to go on. Most cities in America, this doesn't happen in. Most small towns, because why? They enforce crime. They put you in prison if you do something stupid. And guess what? They allow people to defend their property. I would be standing in that motherfucking thing with a fucking gun saying, "You're welcome to come in anytime, motherfuckers. Come on in." No one will come in. These fucking people just allow this shit to happen. And we think, why is this happening? And you got fucking idiots like that guy who continue to allow it to happen.
Jeff, do you think you could shoot somebody if you had to, for real? Like confidently?
Buddy, let me tell you something.
Like with a shot.
Let's say I'm sleeping tonight.
Right. Okay.
Some motherfucker comes in my house and I hear it. I'm gonna grab both guns, right like this, like I'm fucking Elmer Fudd, and I'm gonna crouch down next to my bed and I'm gonna point it at the fucking door. And I will beg you, come in this door and see what happens. And guess what? I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking head. And guess then what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna grab a fucking kitchen knife and I'm gonna cut their fucking head off from the back. And I'm gonna call the cops and I'm gonna say, "Yo, come pick this motherfucker's head up. I threw it out in the fucking lawn." That's what I'm gonna do. Yes. You come in my house, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Sounds like you kind of thought this thing through.
Oh, I have. Listen, there is nothing worse than a fucking thief. Nothing.
No, there's not. Well, I think liars and thieves are the two worst. Liars and thieves are the
chomos.
Two
Is this your gang? Is this your gang? This motherfucker said,
"Listen,
I'm gonna pull his hair
whatever
back."
you want when I'm on the street. Don't come in someone's house."
Smitty, Smitty, could you?
Yeah, no. If it's me or you, then yeah, 100%. I've imagined myself doing it, and I was comfortable doing it.
When it comes to your family or your home,
yeah, like I'm married, bro. Like I will die for my wife, 100%, and I would no regrets.
Yeah,
no regrets. So like, yeah, like I can take a lot of shit myself, but like you said, if it's my mom, my wife, my son, my family, it's a different type of like. It's a way different feeling. It's hard to explain. I mean, you guys get it.
Then let me also explain. I have
say it.
after my dad died, I really don't feel the same about anything anymore, to be honest.
I lost that Jeff feeling.
Yeah, I don't care.
In 2005.
If you come here and try to fuck with me, I'm gonna kill you straight up. I don't even believe me. I'm a fucked up dude up here, bro. I watch a lot of crazy shit. You see me? I do.
I mean, the fact that you say you would slice the head, that's all I need to hear.
Oh, and I'd love it. I'd laugh as I'm doing it. I'd be on the phone, yo, I'm slicing this motherfucker's head off. He tried to come steal from me. Don't steal from people.
Shooting somebody is not easy, but to me, it's easier than like using a knife. To me, if you use a knife or some type of like, because that's different. That means like it's personal. Like I want to feel the murder. I want to feel what I'm doing. Anybody can get a gun from distance and kind of just, you know what I mean? You're just pulling a trigger. Like you ain't got to look like a fucking knife or some type of, that's a different type of, like, you different to do that.
Well, listen, there's a guy in the chat, A300 Newski. Why don't you come and test that out if I'm not doing shit? Come on and test it out. We'll wait on you here, bro.
That's why his name's 300.
JB, do you think you could do it?
Think.
I mean, but you have to think about this.
Anybody you would think so, yeah.
This is your house, bro. If you're out on the street, like, it could be a little different. You know, you're in your house sleeping, you know, this is what you built. You made this. This is your house. I think it's a whole lot different. It's desperation at that point.
Yeah, like, and even fear. Sometimes, like, you could kill somebody because you're scared. You know what I'm saying? Like just being real. Like, you could be fearful of your situation. I think Mike Tyson had a quote a while back. I'm not gonna say it verbatim, but basically he was saying like he would go into his fights like scared, and that's why he would come out the way he like so fucking dominant. Because sometimes when you're so scared about something, you like, fuck it, I can't let that happen.
And we also have something in this state called the Castle Doctrine, which gives me the right to defend myself in situations like that.
See, I'm in a fucked up spot, Jeff.
Jamie, what's the rules out here for real? Like when it comes to that type of stuff,
spot, man. Like the chance of you beating the thing and winning is probably like it's a 50-50 shot, dog. In California, really? I've had a buddy of mine, a homeboy, that got broken into and killed the dude, and he went to jail and defending his own house and own kids.
Hey, you ever see the movie Felon? All you people in the chat, if you need a movie to watch tonight, watch Felon. It's that exact story. A guy's at home with his wife and kid in the middle of the night in California. Some burglar comes in, trying to burglarize his house. The guy's running out. He runs out after him and shoots him. And he gets state prison time, and it's about his time in state prison. And it's a great movie. Stephen Dorff is great in it.
See, in California, the parent rule is you can't shoot him in the back, which is crazy. Like, I got time, Jeff, to sit there and say, hey, turn around. It's like, motherfucker, you just stole my wife's jewelry or took my car. Or I'm not looking at where I shoot you.
Here's how I look at it as well. If I have to realize if I do this, I'm going to go to court on this. And if you convict me for this, so be it. I'll go upstate. They'll tell me, what are you in here for, bro? I shot a burglar as he left my home. He was going to hurt me. Who the fuck's going to fuck with me? I'd be a fucking hero. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's very interesting how that works in jail. There's certain things that you do that people will fuck you up over, and there's certain things that you will do they'll defend you over.
But Coach, you know better than me. As long as you're not, as long as your paperwork's not bad and you're not a snitch or a chomo, and you don't fuck around with people, you'll do okay, I'm sure.
See, it used to be anybody that fuck with any type of kid, especially a boy on a boy, you're getting fucked up as soon as you entered those fucking chambers. Anybody that assaulted a woman used to be you're getting fucked up behind closed doors. And then anybody that assaulted or fucked up an elderly, they used to be 50-50. You're gonna get fucked up on that one too. Maybe not dead, but you're gonna get fucked up. So it's interesting how that works.
Let me ask you, though, on one other thing on this whole thing. We have seen those images you just showed us show how brazen these individuals are that do these sorts of things.
No law.
At what point, if I shoot someone as he runs out, how do I know that he's not a threat? How is that to be decided on? Because these people can do anything at any time. So who are you to say that they're not a threat because they're running away? How do I know they're not going to pull a gun out and shoot back at me? They're a threat because they came into my house. They're a threat. I'm not the threat.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Or in the store. I'm just wondering, as a store owner, how do you know that those cats don't have pistols and going to kill you in your store?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't know how why are they the victims? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want to dive into some Title IX shit with you because I think we're crippling. This is why Smitty and I always argue about the women that are in the thing. So basically, this cat is ignoring Title IX because he probably doesn't have a clue what Title IX means. And he has basically destroyed Title IX in front of our very eyes by allowing that. Basically, if a man can go and take a scholarship of an actual biological woman, which he is allowing and his administration is allowing, then men will have full access to bathrooms, locker rooms, etc. And basically, men will be able to be housed in dorms with women. Like, what are we doing, homie? Like,
real quick, JB, and you've done this before. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was asking you a question real quick, and you've done this before. Title IX, like in a nutshell, what is Title IX? Because I feel like everyone has their own little like pieces and puzzles. Like, what's the overall view of it again?
Okay, originally what it was thought to do was be an equality piece for women. So women can have the same equal standing on the same ground as men when it came to
finances, sports,
scholarship dollars, etc.
Right.
What it really was a dollar grab. And the true Title IX, I remember I had a female athletic director who was the best I've ever been around.
Yeah.
And she was a Title IX. She wrote a lot of Title IX laws at the NCAA level and bylaws. They're called bylaws at that level.
Yeah.
Basically, Title IX is like, so for, let's say Jeff, he's on the volleyball team for men, and you're on the baseball team for men.
Yeah.
I have to match every dollar I spend on every boy on the women's side. Now I have to match dollar for dollar. So that means is this, this is the scam of it all, though. I can start eliminating sports, though.
Right.
So then I start to say, okay, let me find out how I understand. Let me grasp this. Football is cash cow, king. It's no close second. Basketball, especially for March Madness, is second. This year we saw a huge spike in women's, obviously, with the whole Caitlin Clark thing. That's not a normal thing, though, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you have these other sports that are basically subsidiary revenue gainers. Like, really, to be honest, they're clubs. They're really clubs. Like cheer is a club. Used to be a club forever. I think cheer now is an official NCAA sport. I don't know if it's true or not. Lucy and Chris, if they're in here, would be able to tell us. But then you had, like, back in the day, you had water polo and fucking all these different sports. They've gotten rid of a lot of them because they don't want to match the dollar. So guess what they'll do? They'll cut men's baseball, let's say at a smaller school. So now it seems like we're matching dollar, but really we eliminated a whole sport. And like, say, a baseball that doesn't bring in no money, only costs money on the boys' side.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Miami or UCLA or SC, baseball really costs colleges money. I've seen all the data. It doesn't bring in money unless it's back. You know, you get invited to North Alabama and you're in the College World Series. Other than that, you're costing a lot of money. And it even costs money for them guys to go to that College World Series. So it's a dollar for dollar match at the end of the day. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
They said it was equality. They said it was supposed to be putting women on the same ground, level playing field. What it's done now for, if we really want to break it down and look and be forward thinkers and then look back in retrospect, say, was this by design? Was this Title IX thing by design to cripple men's sports or men as in general? Because now that you're looking at it, this is why you and I always debate about it, about the woman coaching men and all that shit. It's because this is the thing I tell you, stacking shit up on top of each other eventually is going to show you that, okay, bigger picture here. Why are we doing these things? It's not all inclusive. Title IX did not mean all inclusive. I can go see you in the locker room and change as a man. Like,
and that's why I asked you, because I don't see the connection. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
Let me ask you.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Do you think in 1972, when this law was enacted, that was a long time ago, do you think they ever thought about this? Do you think it ever crossed their mind and said, maybe we should put something in this that protects these individuals that were born men that say they're female or vice versa. They don't think that. We need to look back to what the fucking law said then. It addresses the sex of a person, not what you think you are or what you think you should be or the sex. Do you have a dick or not?
Here's the thing, though. I answered that question because it's kind of ironic you ask it because that's what I was just leading to.
Yeah.
Like when COVID hit, do you think COVID just hit? We just thought of it the day before? Or do you think that shit was in design 25 years ago? I think we are obviously dealing with people much smarter than you and I. And I think these people are in conjunction with each other to design some sort of bigger picture that we'll probably never know about. There's too many things that have happened that's just coincidental. And I don't know how much coincidence I want to believe in. Like there's a lot of design here that's been going on. There's no secret here that they allowed, the NCAA just allowed freedom of roaming yesterday by law that's going to be voted on today. And then Monday could be signed in that you can transfer anytime, Jeff, and not sit out. This is not just thought of yesterday. Like this is a design. I think there's that in all things we're seeing. And I don't know if Title IX is falling under that, but we've changed it. We've literally changed the sex definitions in the dictionary to add these fucking pronouns. So like, can you go back retroactive and change a definition? Like you just read it. Sex dictated Title IX. Right. So now the sex has changed on the definition. So wait up. What are we talking about here? Like now we can go back and change it because we changed the definition forward. I don't know, dog. It's just too much in-depth shit to talk about.
One thing it's just crazy because like you said, Jeff, like when they first started, maybe they were thinking they had this bigger 50-year plan or 30-year plan or whatever. But in my head, I just feel like they didn't think that we would ever get to a point where we would be like even having this conversation.
Maybe they didn't think this 15 years ago.
Right.
Like this is only
somebody did though.
Here's the bottom line. And this is all that needs to matter. Every other nation with power around the world is looking at this and they're sitting there and they're saying, holy shit, we don't even have to do anything to these people. They're doing it to themselves. They're cannibalizing us. Do you realize, guys, back in the 80s, there was a Russian KGB member, an old KGB member. He had been, retired and everything. And he talks about this, that all you need to do is let a nation like this one destroy itself from within, and you don't even have to fight them. You look at Vietnam. Coach, you've seen Platoon, right? The last scene of Platoon, he talks about that, Charlie Sheen's character, about this war wasn't against the Vietnamese. It was against all of us. We just fought each other. We fucked everything up. And that's what this country's doing. We're self-imploding, and everyone else is watching saying, you don't have to drop a bomb or do anything. We'll just let them fuck themselves.
Here's the thing. I told Smitty to start the show, like Chick-fil-A, we're joking, Chick-fil-A saying they're using lab-raised chicken now, and because there's just really, my dad told me 30 years ago when I was graduating high school that there's not enough chicken on planet Earth to be in every single restaurant, every single store, every single home. How does this is 30 years ago, Jeff. I can't even imagine what it is now, and a little less cows that we're killing off every year, supposedly by accident in fires in Texas. 300,000 cows were killed last year. There's just no way this is not either A, design, or B, we just didn't realize how many people were going to populate this earth. So now we got to populate control and shit. I don't know all those things. I'm just saying, to your point, don't you think that our freedoms, which my dad told me 30 years ago as well, bit us in the ass? Maybe we're too free. Maybe a hand for a hand, an eye for an eye that people in these other countries put in place to stop these idiots from doing things 50 years ago has actually benefited and put us behind the 8 ball because we're so free. We allow all the shit we've allowed for so long, Jeff. Now you're seeing smash and grab. You're seeing little kids hit women that are elderly women and push them down the stairs. And you're seeing all kind of shit that we never would thought we could see. It just out of general respect for each other. There's no regard for human life. There's no regard for fucking anything because we've been too fucking free. And that's why I tell Smitty all the time, I go, I wish it was a little more stringent. I just wish.
No one's scared.
I'm not saying Jet be a third world country to Smitty's point, but I am saying we got to have a little bit of some fucking tie-in in this hierarchy issue here.
Well, no one's scared of anything anymore. You can do things, and there's no like. For instance, what I do, I talk about one of the most cruel organizations in the history of this country. In the 80s, if I did this, I'd have been killed. Right? They don't want this shit out. Nowadays, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Nothing happens. It's at every level, though. You could just go smash and grab in a store, and that's all right. We'll let you out. Just don't do it again. Who the fuck's going to listen to that? There's no fucking there's no punishment for anything.
There's no authority. There's no rules, bro. There's no. We live in a time where you can do or be anything you want to be, and to some people, they think that's great. That's freedom. I hear what you're saying, but to a certain degree, we have pushed the envelope beyond capacity. Like it's to a point now where it's like, I
it's also cool to be like that too,
right?
And this is something I've talked about. Okay, when you look at why are kids and why do they become what they become? Okay, a lot of it has to do with no parents, right? But let's look at the kids that do have parents, i.e. the kids that shoot up schools. Most of them come from good families. Why did they become what they become? And I've said for years, the entertainment business is extremely destructive to young people. From video game, look at the music these kids listen to. These young little children, they listen to Shake That Ass Bit. Like, what do you expect these kids to do when they see that? At some point, you have to kind of address some of this shit. This has been happening for years. If you sit in a room all day, Smitty, and you play a game where you shoot shit all day, eventually you're going to think that's real life, and you're going to go act it out. We have to have some sort of like oversight over some of this shit.
You know, it's crazy. Like for the longest, I was anti what you just said. Like I was a big believer. Like, nah, at the end of the day,
it's just entertainment, right?
It's entertainment, and yeah, it's your parents' job to raise you, which I still believe it's a parent's job to raise you. But there are some strong influences, and as a kid, you're not always, you're not mature enough necessarily to separate the two. Now, again, I was a kid. I used to play fucking James Bond. I used to play, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, all that shit. But I didn't go outside and think I'm about to go shoot nobody. But because I had enough, I guess, maturity or whatever at a younger age. But I gotta also understand not every kid is like that. And every kid doesn't have the guidance or the parents or whatever the situation might be to where that might influence them.
You can look back, all the people that have shot up stuff, you can look at direct connections to video games, being alone way too much, no interaction. Like, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, that's true.
This is why I said I hate Uber Eats. I hate all this.
What the hell did Uber Eats do, bro?
Well, I mean, I know it sounds crazy.
What a wild thing to respond to.
Here's what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm sorry. It caught me off guard.
He knows what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I guess what is it called? The convenience.
Yeah, the convenience.
The convenience that the world has given us has caused obesity at all-time level.
Yeah.
Then you lock us down for 2 years, basically. So that even went worse. The divorce levels are at all-time high because there's no such thing as commitment. You wonder why these kids are decommitting, which is not even a real word. You see all these different things in the world. I can order food to my house. Why not go shop and holler at a broad or a dude and communicate with someone in real life? Maybe you'll have a better understanding of why people disagree with each other on different fronts. Now we're locked in our house on social media, on phones. And if you're red, you're the enemy. If you're blue, you're the enemy. If one of them chooses that side, you're a sellout. If one of them chooses the other side, you're a racist. Because you don't have any interaction with humans, homie. There's no interaction anymore with humans. A motherfucker's scared to go holler at a bitch in person. They don't want to do it. They'd rather do it on a fucking swipe app. And then you don't have any interaction. Now, guess what? Then the motherfucker can't even holler at a female no more because then, oh, shit. And then the female says, oh, I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. It's not good enough for me. Because you have not had any fucking bumps in the road. You have no.
I will say too,
you don't know it's good or bad anymore.
The male, like the alpha male per se, is also gone. I was watching a TikTok the other day. A girl was talking about she was dating this guy. She just met him. She's talking about he was asking me to send him flowers. You know, like just some goofy backward shit. Like I don't even get it. I don't get anything
with Smitty.
There's a trend right now.
Testosterone levels are at all-time low. 17 to 23-year-olds, our T levels are lower than a 70-year-old's T levels were in 1980.
Surprising.
What? And you're telling me that alpha male? So here's the problem, and I told Smitty, this is why, by design, if you're a biblical person, by design, the male is the male runs the house, the female is the subservient, and she is the basically second in charge, meaning you love your wife more than your own kids. You can't do that nowadays with the women saying, listen, I'm the breadwinner. I now swing my dick around this motherfucker. Guess what? I love the powerful, independent woman. Go make your money. But there's a lot of powerful, independent women out here that understand there's a pecking order. I'm not saying sit in the house and cook me some food, girl. Like, we know that time's over. What I'm saying is, though, that the men nowadays are now depending on the woman, and that has changed the role in alpha versus beta. Now we have alpha females and we have beta males. And that's why you wonder why beta males are hitting women all the time. You see boys hitting girls more than we've ever seen in our life. Men putting their hands on a woman, which should be, in my opinion, should be fucking castrated on the site. If you ever hit a woman as a man, you're just a bitch. And number two, it's like, hold up. I can't believe that men now are expecting women to give them certain things that we once would all say feminine.
There's a trend on TikTok right now called the soft guy era. Like I'm in my soft guy era now. So basically saying it's like the roles are reversed. They're halfway joking, but there's some truth to it. Like it's like,
you know what happens, Smitty? What happens when we change the role? What happens is men think they can have a baby through their asshole. Number one, because they don't have a vagina, by the way. I don't know if you realize that. So they think they can shit out a baby, apparently. Number two, we think that now we have a blue and a pink balloon pop to show what the fuck gender we're having. And then number three, we're sitting there like, hold up. Why do we do this when you see a woman getting fucking beat up in a train, Jeff? Why is this going on right here instead of us helping the woman? Because you reversed the roles, homie. Men now are bitch-made, motherfucking beta-ass cats that won't help a woman in distress. And I'm like, what? We rather film it as a bitch to put it on TikTok rather than help a woman out getting hit by a man. Like, we got a fucking problem.
I guess I wouldn't even understand. I wouldn't even think straight away, oh my God, before I help someone, I should get my phone out and just watch. Like, I mean, this is why, bro.
A mom or a sister or a daughter, homie. Like,
this is why I think I might be killed prematurely, because I don't even think I would just help someone. I don't even think like let me give you a case in point. 2 weeks ago, I was at the bar. It was like 2 a.m. I'm waiting for the lift outside, and there's a girl out there, and some dude's hassling her. Like, you can clearly see she ain't into it. He's trying to push her into the doorway. I walked up. I said, "Yo, bro, she ain't fucking interested. Back the fuck up." And I didn't think about what could this situation end like. He could pull a fucking knife out and stab me in the neck. But I just immediately thought, and I was drunk. I thought about it. I immediately said, I gotta help this girl. She's not all there, and she doesn't seemingly see. Like, she's telling him and he won't leave. But I didn't think about the consequences.
Look, this is what's happened in the reverse role era. These beta males now know that the woman is an easy prey. Because the alpha male no longer exists to beat the shit out of that dude, and they have no fear anymore because they tweet out words like bitch to a man with no repercussion. Can't hit him in the face. You can't slap him. And they think they walk around with free reign now because these phones have protected them for the last 10 years. and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And that's why I said if I fucking became president, I'd scrap social media. Give it 1 year. Let's see what the world does in 1 year.
They're trying to take TikTok away because could be a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's the most watched app, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man. I don't know, Jeff. Jeff, real quick, I know we're going to talk NBA real quick, but on our winnable picks today, we're going to drop some picks. Do you like the Pelicans without Zion versus a pretty much healthy Kings team? Kings don't have Monk, who's their second leading scorer off the bench, but you like the Kings versus the Pelicans without Zion, or do you like the Heat without Butler versus the Bulls?
I'll tell you what, I was really surprised. I mean, I know that the Pelicans are at home, but I was surprised to see the Pelicans as a favorite here. I mean, without Zion, I like the Kings, man. I faded them the other night. It didn't work. I think the other games
6 in a row versus the Kings is why.
Yeah,
and it's been like blowouts when they win too.
Yeah, but it's playoffs. I think you kind of scrap all that other stuff. I thought that was a decent spot. I think the Bulls are a good play too. Bulls plus 2.5. I just again think that both these games are close. I'm willing to take the points with. In at least one game, I think we have the better team. I like the Kings. Tough team.
I'm taking the Kings and the Bulls tonight, probably.
I'm gonna probably take the Bulls and the Pelicans. Only reason why I'm taking the Bulls is because Jimmy's out. It's the only reason. Jimmy Butler's out. Jimmy's playing
teams though. Let's be honest. The Heat or the Pelicans, they're done if they win. See, this is why, Smitty, I disagree with this playing thing.
All these teams are done if they win.
But because scenarios like this is why I don't like the play-in. Because either one of these teams should have been in. They were the 9 and the 10. They should have never even gotten the playoff. Now we have an extra game, and their stars get hurt, not even available. And now we're going to put those teams that didn't deserve to be a top 8 seed team in the playoffs without their star. That is not good for NBA. I'm sorry.
I'll just say one other thing before we go. Just remember, here's one good thing about America. In your house, you can still do whatever you want. So in your little bubble where you live, it can be whatever you want. And that's the one good thing we have.
There you go. That's a beautiful way to end the show.
Actually, they're trying to take that away too. So be careful. I don't know if you saw it. It was too late now, but there's a video in Great Britain, and then there are videos here now in Philadelphia, by the way, Jeff, that our government, some sort of unassigned group, is showing up. If you say anything on social media bad about our POTUS.
Oh, you know what they're called? The FBI. And you know what? I have a doormat. I'll have to show you what my doormat says on my porch.
I don't.
Come back with a warrant, motherfucker. Straight up, and I'll send you it. If I dare the FBI to knock on my door, I dare them. Knock on my door. See what happens. I will answer the door and I will say, "Do you have a warrant?" No, we just want to talk to you. Fuck off. Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
And they're going to fucking put their form into your chest and push you and come in anyway.
Let me tell you, this is how that's not how they work. The FBI doesn't work like that. The FBI, if they have it, they ain't going to knock on your door, bro. They're trying to get you to speak. Don't talk to the FBI. You do not have to. Tell them to leave. Before they do, make sure they identify themselves and you see it. But do not talk to the FBI. All they're trying to do is fuck with you. Tell them to leave. Get
By
off
the way, I'm not answering the door. FBI at my house, I ain't answering the door.
No, answer it. That's when you record something. Right?
Yeah, and then if Smitty sees it, Smitty gonna jump out the back gate, BPS. He gonna jump over the gate, do some shit. He's not even guilty, by the way. Smitty not even guilty. He just gonna do some BPS shit and just fucking run for the hills and then fucking bow.
Smitty, don't do that. Don't run. Just answer the door confidently and say, "What do you want?" And we want to talk to you about Coach Jason Brown. I have nothing to say. Go the fuck away.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, this motherfucker, man, started back last year. This motherfucker.
You haven't seen this, Jeff?
No.
Still got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
Play one more
Still
time.
got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
One more time. Don't say nothing, JB. One more time. Jeff, listen.
Through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final
Sounds
board
like
yet.
Hey.
No, he farted.
By the way, I want to say one other thing, but Smitty has to leave. If you want, I just wanted to ask Coach about something real quick. You guys, one of the big stories this week. You talk about blown out of proportion nowadays. Everything's blown out of proportion. The biggest losers on the planet are the fucking hack motherfuckers when someone does something wrong, fire that motherfucker. Fuck him. Fucking screw that guy that said that weird thing to Caitlin Clark or whatever. That guy said some shit. Like, he doesn't deserve to have his life ruined. Like, what the fuck?
What did he do? I don't know about it.
Well, he was like,
he did the
he
little
made like a
heart.
heart thing and was like, hey, I wish you'd do that. It'll mean it to me a lot more. Like,
I actually know the name because he's a local. Like, that's Indianapolis.
Greg
Like,
Doyle.
Yes, yeah, he's been work for the Indy Star, which is like our main newspaper, whatever.
Should he lose his fucking career?
Nah, not at all. It was not. It sounded a little weird, but nah, he didn't.
He's an old. He's like 50. Like, let him.
He's like JB's age. Like, he didn't mean.
Yeah, he ain't old like JB.
Jeff, you mean when you come on here and say that Calipari is shitty and should be fired?
Yeah, but that's
different though.
Here we go with JB. I didn't say his life should be ruined. I just don't think he's a good coach.
So wait, they're trying to ruin this guy's whole thing or what?
What's that?
They're trying to ruin this dude's whole life? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the people in the crowd fucking cancel that motherfucker. Fuck that creep. Cancel him.
Well, the thing is,
Antonio Brown can do it, and it's funny.
Too many of us allow us to.
By the way, y'all, this is how you take a punch from a professional boxer. After this, I gotta go.
You can't flex though.
Can't flex. I ain't gonna flex. I ain't flexing.
Oh, his leg is buckled. My man put 2% behind that punch.
And the tip. Yeah. Yo, that's all you, bro.
I get the break off.
That's all you, man. You can
He put 2% behind that punch.
Shout out to my guy Scrappy Ramirez. He's fighting this weekend. This was happening. This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. He didn't climb his way up undefeated, fighting for a title, man. He's in the undercard for the Haney Garcia fight. Big time moment for him, man. We root for you, Scrappy. I need the exclusive interview right after you win, man. We're gonna do a sit down.
Look at King Justin's comment. That's a funny comment.
Is it racist? That's a horse shot. Hey, I gotta go though, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Hey, end the show without me. I got a meeting right now. Big money meeting.
Peace. What'd he say?
He said that's a horse jockey.
Horse jockey. Hey, so that little dude put Smitty on his knee, and he don't think that Micah Parsons could get hurt?
I was acting. Peace out.
All right, bye, dude.
Smitty went acting. Smitty got fucked up that night.
Got fucked up. He's still feeling that shit. Yeah, listen, there's just no benefit to it. Oh, I guarantee you got a call from Steven and Jerry.
By the way, that guy didn't hurt the little guy.
What's that?
That guy didn't even hurt the little guy. Micah's punch didn't do shit to that kid. Jeff, what do you leave on the road? When are you headed this way?
May.
So
I decided I'm going to be a little bit of a pussy. I'm going to drive out and fly back.
Really?
I think. Because I think I'm going to be happy and having fun and be like, damn, I really got to drive home through Arizona, New Mexico, and fucking Amarillo and Oklahoma. Do I really want to do that? So the drive there is fun.
You better make the trip. You better make the right choice on the way out here then.
Well, no, I'm going to go through Chicago and then over to Denver and Vegas. So it'll be a little bit better.
So you'll go through Chicago. You'll take
Iowa. Then
you'll drop through. Yeah, then you'll take probably the 80 to the 40. You'll get back through and you get back down to that. You'll go through basically St. George, Utah, Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see the mountain. That's cool, But I really don't want it. I heard Arizona and New Mexico are rough.
Yeah, there's just nothing there. There's no. Well, Arizona, if you go through Flagstaff, it's gorgeous. It's all greens.
But see, I like to breathe correctly, and I don't. You don't get to breathe correctly there. It's
so you don't. Well, you do smoke cigars on occasion. I smoke usually when I go cross country. I got a whole thing. I'm smoking 36.
Listen, Coach AB, you got to tell me where you live at the town. So we got to get together, bro.
Oh yeah, you got to come through. We'll have a full on get together that time you're here. We'll cook. I'll smoke.
I really don't have a huge emphasis on a certain day going home. So I'm just kind of having whatever happens.
Yeah, we'll definitely hook it up. Maybe we'll be in our studio too, where we could do live shows too. Well, we could do live shows here too in the lounge. So either way, all All right, bet. We'll see you Monday, Jeff. Talk NBA playoffs, and we'll have all kind of things. Are you betting hockey or just soccer and other things?
No, I don't really bet hockey. Right now, I'm just betting horses, a lot of horses, a little baseball occasionally. Yeah, I don't bet NBA as we get – like tonight, I'm definitely going to bet some of them games tonight. But, yeah, I'm mostly just betting horses during the day.
Yeah, I got to get with this horses thing. I used to go to the races and bet.
Well, you know what? Del Mar opens May 13th, I believe, or May 15th. So
yeah.
When I go out there, I might either go to Santa Anita or Del Mar also.
Del Mar, hour 10 from me. We could go down there. Hang out with Weddle, do some things. All right. I'm going to be at San Diego State spring game tomorrow with my buddy Darren Hagan.
Oh, you know what, bro? So I went to San Diego State's campus twice when I was a kid. That's a beautiful place, man. I love that city, man. So cool. So
women,
nice.
too. Unbelievable women.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful women. All right. Have a Dos Equis tonight for me.
See you, bro.
Peace. Everybody else, we'll see you Monday. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Shout out to Bailey all week, busting his ass. And Smitty and I will see you Monday. And stay tuned to the show all weekend long as we'll have video clips up. Pound the like, subscribe, become a new member of our winnable /slap picks. We'll have all our bets up all weekend long. Become a member of our First Down tonight. We'll see you on Monday. Enjoy. Stay safe. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown kill the ass.